cannot stress enough to you how much you do not want this. You think you want this purely because you think your OPSEC is good. Do you know what vocabulary weighing is? Have you ever posted an image on multiple accounts? Do you know how social notes get mapped? Do you use the same password in multiple places? Do you talk about local politics? Have you been pwned? Do you have any other accounts logged in right now? Does Twitter have your credit card? Have you gotten a payout? Have you reused your PFP? Have you given any...
I've been pushing, grinding, smoking, freebase on it, deep-face on it, grinding, bagging, rolling tokens, see got in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get bored, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be out with it, fucking with it, pop it, push it, grind it, smoking, freebase on it, deep-face on it, grind it, bagging, rolling tokens, see got in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get bored, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be out with it, fucking with 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 with it,
continue going after someone the second they tap out. I'm not a monster. He said I'm not someone who power trips ever. I'm just frequently significantly more powerful, lol. And I've been able to put up a Floyd Mayweather scorecard of being able to, when necessary, force someone to back down.
Tommy's on drugs, bugging out in the alley, Danny's working, setting bars, Tommy's on drugs, Zanny bars and gasoline, pay him and he'll give a fuck, Tommy's on drugs, emo till he get to nuts, suck a dick, pull a rug, Tommy's on drugs, paperclip, re-adoption,
Attention simulators.
You all ready to rock and
Effective
roll?
immediately, we are now completely forgetting about Eigenkirkbot /
Are you all
Mauice
in here?
Landlord. Unless for
We're
some
going
reason
live.
he returns. That means no posting pics of him, his name, his family, nothing. This can hopefully be put to rest.
I've been pushing, grinding, smoking, freebase on it, deep-face on it, grinding, bagging, rolling tokens, see got in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get bored, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be out with it, fucking with it, I've been pushing, grinding, smoking, freebase on it, deep-face on it, grinding, bagging, rolling tokens, see got in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get bored, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be out with it, fucking with 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 with it.
Make sure this doesn't repeat. Fuck yeah. Okay, how's that? Is that working? Is that working? That's way too loud. I can tell. Okay, is that no normal amount of volume? What the fuck? What's going on here? Check. All right. I have no idea why, but this sounds crazy. Fuck. Okay. Oh, that's why. Okay. I don't know. I hope you guys can hear me. Folks, welcome to another episode of Westside Tyler Live. I'm your host, Westside Tyler Bell, and you guys just saw my new video on Flesh Simulator. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope that you guys had a good time. That gain needs to go down. Where's the gain so high? There we go. It goes. Guillotine. All of those years of screaming Death Grips lyrics alone to myself in my house have finally borne fruit. It sounds like it's going down a little bit here. I need to even bring it down just a touch lower. I had it set up for other stuff. I tried to use one thing. That looks right here. It doesn't look like it's blown out completely, so should be good. Gain was way too high. Yeah. Folks, welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed. By the way, my name's Tyler Bell. Westside Tyler Bell, host of the Westside Tyler Live and the long-running horror and dark fiction podcast, Westside Fairy Tales, which you can check out online anywhere that you get your music and stuff. And you hopefully are just coming from, or will go to after this live stream, my coverage of one Thomas Flesh Simulator Gant, who spells Gant, pronounced Gant, spelled Gaunttt. Whatever the hell. Whatever the hell. Still distorted? Let's see. Gate needs to get the prep turned down a little bit. Gate probably needs to go down like that. Compressor is very high. Just load that. Load some light compression and then some boost like that. There, that sounds normal. This thing hit me with like 18 presets. There's no way. There's no... What is that at? No way. Okay, so this needs to go... This is here, mine here. Where's that at? Frequency needs to go back. Back yonder. There we go. This is way too fucking... That goes... Cut me at 450, dude. Cut at 450. There we go. Slight boost at like 6, 5, 6 right there. Okay, there we go. That should sound a little bit normal. That should be a little bit normal. Dashboard. There we go. Okay. Thank you everybody who's donating, by the way. I'll catch up with everything. I had to make sure that that worked. Moon, thank you for the gifted subs. Thank you, Ghost Gamer Gaming, for the $5. Where the hell is my thing where I can read that? I said thank you, and then I can't read it. Fuck. Enjoyed your Flesh Sim video and songs. Was pretty much the only entertaining thing about that whole sad sack drama, so thank you for making it. Thank you, Master Blaster, for the €5. And by the way, everybody, if you're popping through for a second, don't forget to like and subscribe to the stream. You'll also be subscribing to the videos themselves when they come out as well. Ghost Gamer says $5. Tom, get off the drugs and go outside, please. I did read that. Thank you. Thank you, VOD Gang, for 6 months from Moon. Tommy's on drugs. Diversity MF, welcome to VOD Gang. Welcome. Going down a little bit further. Okay, I guess I didn't miss anybody else. Based. God damn, that was fun. So I guess I can talk about it now. I've been like holding that. Dude, I gotta fucking get on this, is what I've been saying in my mind. Because, like, fucking Jesus Christ. I can't believe nobody else has made a video on the guy. Let me just start that way, okay? I know you never get offline, Tom. So if you're watching this, if you want to come and yell at me, you can. I wouldn't mind. That would be some of the best content ever. You should hop online right now, backed by whatever kind of crystal mommy energy that you're bringing to your life at the moment. You should hop in and talk to me. Tom, Flesh Simulator Tom. Major Tom to ground control. You should get in here if you're watching and you're upset. I know he's watching. He's got the worst. Okay, how do I get back to that? First things. Cringe. So I like literally started noticing the Flesh Simulator stuff a while back. Obviously, like, I watched his, pretty much I tell the whole story. I watched his Las Vegas shooting recap video, whatever the fuck that was, that ad for $1 Million Extreme.tv. And I was like, this is not, of course, fuck me. I have, if you're new to my stream, I have a curse, which is every time I like any fucking white person's content online, with a notable exception so far of fucking Anthony Fantano, it within like a fucking week or two of me saying you should go check them out, something fucking happens and they start saying slurs. They go for, I don't know what the fuck. So it's the curse. The curse was there. So I said, like, Flesh Simulator is pretty good. And then, like, within a week, he dropped a $1 Million Extreme thing. Fuck me. And so I was just like, all right, I'm not generally following this anymore. And his content had been kind of like downsliding for a bit. That serial killing for fun and profit was like really high effort shit. And I was like, oh, this is what this is going to be like. That's pretty cool. And then there was nothing else of that caliber ever on that fucking channel again. Nothing is interesting. Nothing is well made at all. And it started just slowly descending into like, what what would you do if I'm going to do a Q&A today? Like, whatever the fuck that was. Like, dude, come on, go do true crime or whatever the fuck. Jesus Christ. So I bail people that are like in and around my community and stuff. And like, I still just not followed him on Twitter. And I just start like a trickle after that of just the most cringe tweets you've ever seen in your fucking life. Just more and more. You're like, what in the fuck is happening here? Right? Like stuff that I don't care if someone's a chud online, right? I'll fucking fuck with you if I feel like it, if I'm bored or whatever, but it doesn't like the existence of a chud online is not something that I'm like personally mad about. You know what I mean? It's like being pissed about sewer rats in a sewer. It is what it is. So if you just go do chud shit, that's one thing, right? Okay, well, he was a racist all along, that's fine. But like Flesh Simulator had deep what in the fuck is going on with this guy vibes. And I couldn't tell if he's like he's fence straddling or if he's trying to do like alt-right pipeline shit or if he's just like high as fuck or what the fuck is up with him. Because his posting technique is all the fuck over the place. So like the one that really I was like, I'm eventually going to be making a video on this because what's going on here is all the trans stuff. And I didn't get all of the trans Twitter stuff. Apparently the Mauice Landlord guy is in chat. He's the e-commie that I was talking about in the video. And he's apparently putting together a whole archive of Flesh Simulator stuff. I guess that's Flesh Simulator and him are married now, so that's fucking awesome. Good for them. Ring the bell. Bing, 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 bing. Fucking throw rice at him. So I was just like, what in the fuck? What in the fuck is up with this? Like, this is like almost bar for bar. I'm a fucking secret trans person tweets. Cause like other people, people are like, oh, you're nice to trans people, Tyler. Are you an egg? And I go, no. That's it. No, I'm cis as fuck. I'm just, I love my body. I love being who I am. You know what I mean? It's over. It's over. Flesh Simulator was like going on like 15 reply chains. Like, I don't know why people keep saying this to me. This is fucking absurd. I would never be trans. I would never be trans. Look at all these problems with being trans. What the fuck? Bro, you don't even just protest too much. You protest in the absolutely wrong protesteth way. What the fuck? It's nuts. And once you start noticing that about him, he goes back to that again and again and again. Like he doesn't like every single weird, odd thing that gets him fucking fired up. It's always just like barely concealed, like gay energy, barely concealed trans energy. It's what in the fuck? And then he gets furious about it. Pissed. This dude's fucking like going in. And I'm telling you, it's like I thought it was just fucking around for a second. I was like, okay, whatever. He's in the fucking Sam Hyde orbiter sphere. Maybe he's like, God tier irony poisoning. But then it's like, no, I think he thinks he's a fucking secret agent. He thinks he's a fucking spy, dude. He's that X poster. He's got fucking CIA schizophrenia from fucking X. He might have been one of those guys. X4chan.org/X/ the old paranormal board. There's people that would be like, I'm gonna do fucking benzos and try to fucking contract schizophrenia tonight. Does anybody have any ideas on how to contact a succubus? I'm trying to also turn into a woman. And you'd be like, oh, that's not a real person. That's just a great shitpost. And then that shitpost has a YouTube career now. Is fucking awesome. It's crazy. And I'm like, what is this? What in the fuck? Because he's not from a world where any of the shit he's doing is going to be like, gun blocked by the rest of the fucking people around him. Like they fucking hate individualism and like any attempt at creativity that opens you to risk of like, people pointing at you and laughing. Any risk of embarrassment is unfucking acceptable. And he's just, don't worry everybody, I ordered 4 gallons of fake blood. It's time to get into a fight with a Twitter user. Like, what the fuck, dog? You're no way. It just gets like handed to me. Like, I'm watching it do fucking Mauice Landlord 1 million years. I don't care. Probably, I don't know, if he's an ML or something, he'll hate me eventually. That's fine. 1,000 years glory on the name of Mauice Landlord. 1,000 years glory. He fucking just like peeled Flesh Simulator open casually, like on a fucking Saturday. Dude, I was gonna do the Hutch video. I was doing a video on Hutchinson. I'm still doing it. Hutch, you're fucking next. But like, I had to stop everything because this started building up. And I'm like, why the fuck do I keep seeing Flesh Simulator stuff? And he looks like he's having a fucking mental break. Because like mental break tweets just feel different, right? I tweet insane shit all the time, but I feel like you can tell I'm like completely in control of my faculties. And then if I get online and you see my face in a video, I'm usually not covered in blood, not wide-eyed, and not shiver shaking my way through fucking a series of accusations against a random fucking nobody. But like, it's like Thursday, Friday, or whatever. I can't even keep a track. Cause like, I'm like, you keep noticing, like, what the fuck? What? Like, I'm trying to stay focused. Like, I'm trying to stay focused on shit I've got going on. I have things to do and assess, and I'm busy, and then it's just, I keep saying, Mauice Landlord, what the fuck is Flesh Simulator still talking to this person? And then like Friday night, Saturday morning, something, it goes crazy. And I'm like busy doing shit. You know what I mean? Like, I got fucking friends and shit coming over, and it's like fucking every time I get back on Twitter, he's like 16 feet deeper digging a grave. It's saying the most outlandish shit. Like, I couldn't even find it all because it's such a he responds to everything. Pure Lolcow shit. Responds to everything with like Reddit mod, the fucking I forgot to look that up and put it in there. That Wojak over and over again. Oh, like whole speeches. You don't know what kind of hell I could bring you. Shut the fuck up, dude. Your dad works for the government, loser. Fucking loser. Your dad works for the government. And dude, he just got him. He's trying to quote, dude, he put a fucking thing on. He's trying to quote Blue Velvet at this motherfucker. Like, what are you talking about? That video dropped, and I was just like, I'm on a time limit. I've got to beat everybody to this. I can't believe, maybe I'm fucking wrong and no one else is interested in the funniest thing I've ever seen and just let it go. But I'm like, oh, someone's going to get on this before me. Someone's going to make a video. I'm like, I got to hurry up. I have ideas. I can't believe I turned on YouTube and I saw, he's like, is that nuke? I like, hurry up, click, download that. Download it. I can't let that one go away. He still got it up. I'm like, why is he covered in blood? Oh no, this is gonna be great. Keep watching it, and it's just nonstop, like typically career-ending Lolcow behavior. Maybe we are in the era of too big to fail, but like, please share chunks of this video on TikTok and Instagram and Blue Sky and Twitter, because you need this. People need to know before they start sharing the fucking ear deleter 5,000 videos that he's also just typing the hard R N-word at people on Twitter. And I'm going to guess probably saying it a lot too. It's fucking amazing. Oh, God damn it. I fucking scratched myself. I got a bunny scratch or something on my arm. And I could not believe it happened. The fucking, like, I'm still dumbfounded. I think he just is like in some sort of psychosis. He's in a full break and cannot let go of the is that shit, because it's the stupidest thing I've ever seen in my life. It's fucking, dude, we used to fucking get people to kill themselves for this shit back in the day. I was shocked because I'm like, anyone that's my age, I've been on the internet 20 plus fucking years, right? I was on 4chan back when it was, some stupid, no one else was. It was like random internet shit, and before it got famous and people talked about it. And so like, I've been seeing people make fundamental grave errors about the internet forever. And like, you just know better, right? Like, I remember the first whispers of Chris Chan showing up and like going to Encyclopedia Dramatica, be like, what the fuck is happening here? This is insanity, you know? And OPSEC and shit, and like making sure people don't know who you are or can't find out who you are, is both like, okay, it's kind of a good idea, but it's also impossible. It will never work because you are still an attention-seeking person on the internet. So whenever you're like, my OPSEC is perfect, my OPSEC is perfect, it's like, okay, so there's something about you that is definitely worth finding out, and we're going to find that out, aren't we? And usually, like, within days, you do. Funniest part about this is he said he played drums. He's like, in the video, I didn't know how to cover this. He said he played drums in a band. And I know he's from Virginia. He just gave a bunch of personal details, right? So you just start looking up drummers from bands, and then I found his band because people were posting about his band on their Bandcamp page or whatever it was. So it was like, oh my God, I found Flesh Simulator's band. They had taken his name out of the band's like list of people on the actual page, but the landing search, the archived search thing just says Thomas Gant right there. So whenever you look it up, whatever the fucking band is, Nara Band or something like that, his name just shows up, Thomas Gant. Okay, cool. There you go. Flesh Simulator band. Oh, hey, this is Flesh Simulator's band. Okay, what does the fucking archival for this page say? Thomas Gant. Thomas Gant is in the fucking search archive and then not on the page. I wonder which one. I wonder which if the bald paranoid fuck in the back is Thomas Gant. You can tell it's him. Even when he's drumming, that fucking male pattern baldness is just readily apparent. It's not like he had hair then. Okay. Yeah, that one right there. That one looks like he's on benzos. let's figure that one out. And he just starts searching around. He said, like, Tommy, if you're watching it, you stupid fuck, you said that you played a gig in the basement of the fucking pedophile pizza parlor. You said that in a video. Caught. All you gotta do is find a fucking playbill from then. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, okay, that's how I'd find him. I figured he didn't care. I thought he was like, he didn't give a shit. But then he's like, oh my God. Me and Flashlight. Oh shit. Sorry. You got auto-modded because you haven't been in here long enough, but I'll read it anyway. Mauice Landlord checking in. Tyler, me and Fleshlight Simulator are both the same age, 29. He also said that he was previously doxxed when he first posted my pic. He's so stupid. Yes. I can't believe finding out he's 29 is crazy. Because I'm 38. I want to hammer that home. You've already seen the video. I'm 38 years old. Fuck. Oh my God, dude. Oh, fuck me. And he puts on this like appearance. I think he's probably got some daddy issues, if I had to guess. He's cosplaying dad. Dad was a little intelligence officer, so he wears what dad was wearing and then goes on the internet and tries to pretend like he had a job after high school. Oh my God. He's 29, apparently. Oh my God. But the thing was crazy. I did share everything. Mauice Landlord, very tisk. Did share a picture from Facebook of Tom's family. He's just got like elderly parents. They're just like, ignore that shit. You know what I mean? Just literally could have walked away at any time. All you have to do is ban. If you would have blocked Mauice Landlord and said nothing, you'd be fine. But like some of the stuff, I couldn't get into everything because there's too much and it's too pathetic. And a lot of it requires having a shitload of slurs up on the screen at any given time. But he's like, I've been talking to these people behind. I'm trying to make sure that you don't get sued. I already worked out a signed contract in the background. Like, what in the fuck is happening? Oh my God, dude. I love it. I love it. Sam Hyde, if you end up watching this, Sam Hyde, I will buy your comfort boy off you for $1,000 so that I can watch him jump around in my place. Okay. I'm going to buy him off of you. What the fuck? Have him run around outside my house. What in the hell? What in the fucking hell was this, dude? I cannot get over it. I'm just shocked. Like it, dude, throwing it all the fuck away. He's not even that big of a creator. Like, he's reasonably large. But he's not like you have to get to that like 500, 650K figure minimum to at least hit like dead channel, like the dead channel boogie, where you can still get your like 20 to 40K off of like bots, zombie subs, and people that just don't give a fuck, right? But he's not like there yet. You know, he's not like a milli sub person. Million subs could just go like harass this nobody and then tell him to go away, like Destiny does. You know what I mean? But like, motherfuck, bro. Ooh. Tyler, who's winning the Iran war? Please be honest. I can't tell by the mass propaganda out there. It's in Sam Hyde from Fish Tank. Yes. Sam Hyde from Fish Tank is crazy. Sam Hyde from fucking WorkSafe GIF is what you should be saying. Who's winning Iran? The military industrial complex has got it pretty much on lock right now as far as the fucking stats go. Okay. He's only 29. Some people 29. That's the most 41-year-old, 29-year-old I've ever seen. Dude, he is rough. Who looks their age? Big Joel or Flesh Simulator? I don't know how old Big Joel is. Big Joel looks like a fucking tragic 23-year-old substitute teacher. He's 1 year older than me and looks like he's 10 years older for real. Yeah, it's because the fucking Benzos add like they put you on triple time, I guess. quadruple time. He's giving big Onision vibes. True. The Mauice Landlord. I can read your stuff. It's just because your account's too new. The red was because I dressed up like the devil and painted myself red for a concert with my band, but I love the Carrie comparison. And yeah, that shit is a lie and so illegal. I'm the front man in a successful rock band and he found that account first. I think that's what broke him. Oh, that's fine. That the band is doing well. That's fucking rough, dude. That's fucking rough. Oh my god. This is a cautionary tale to not replace your meds with research drugs you got off Alibaba and mixed by hand. Like, dude, that man was dedicated to getting fucking high. I thought I did like too much work to get high when I was like, you know, in my 20s, teens, whatever the fuck, you know, and it was just like, I've got to talk to like 6 sketchy people to get whatever I need. This motherfucker like ordering some shit. just buying random shit offline and fucking boofing it is crazy. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with this guy? You're gonna pride that shit out of me with a fucking tow truck, dude. Like, what? Dude, I looked some of them up, and they're like flubernazole or whatever, the flubercinone. My man took some shit with fluber in the front. Bro, yo, can I get some of that fluber? Like, you're out of you're done, dude. You're done. And you have to know, like, the second you share that everyone's gonna go like, oh, you might be baked out. Like, you have weird paranoid content and you already are a weird paranoid guy. That's kind of fine. But you got to stay fucking lovable after that point, because like people are going to use, you know, anything that you admit about yourself against you. And if the thing that you admit about yourself is, I was getting fucking fancy toilet cleaner offline and mainlining it. Research chemical that is the devil. Okay. Why the fuck are you stupid enough to take that? How dumb can you be to have done that in your life? Like, that's crazy. Like, I was a teenager or something. Like, bro, what the fuck? Your dad was not around. I can't even. Also, people are like, You know, millennials think that they all look young and shit. Like, I feel like I look young for my age, right? I know I don't look like I'm 18. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with all y'all little iPad kids, but y'all fucking vaped and snooted and booted yourselves into looking older than us half the time by the time you're in your mid-20s. Like, you guys brought back the Cheers body. I don't know how y'all did that. Tyler, can you show the beautiful art by Waz, Kill Mickey Mouse, and Hacker Droid? I mean, if it's easy to get to. Throw it up in Westside Tyler Live. I don't have to fucking search for it everywhere. Mont. Okay, just double checking. But man, you know, I here's the thing too, is I really don't bear him very much like ill will. You know, like, I'm not like pissed at his existence. I feel like he has an idea in his head that people are. It's just, you're on the internet, you're acting above your station. You know what I mean? Like, you're on the internet, you're pretending like you're a fucking secret agent. Like, he's pretending like he's a man in black. You know what I mean? But then on top of that, you know, I'm very edgy and I'm very interesting and I have guns and knives and all sorts of neat doohickeys. Like, okay, that's cool. You got your James Bond kit. If James Bond asked for a fucking benzo crushed, not injected, or whatever the fuck, instead of a martini shaken, not stirred, like, you look like a sleazy drug trafficker. Okay, so you gotta like be good. You gotta be nice. You gotta be fucking like conciliatory and shit. You can't be trying to play a game where you create a way for people to fuck with you. And like, the win is you notice them at all and you lose your mind and cover yourself in fake blood. Like, it's fundamental Lolcow shit. And the thing is like, yeah, if you were on my side of shit and you didn't step out and say the N-word and all that, I would have probably been like, fuck it, he's harmless. You know what I mean? But you're harmful. You finish your whole thing up. I don't give a fuck about Hasan Piker. Like, literally nobody in his audience thinks I like him. I don't like him. No one in my audience thinks I like him. But like, you're obsessed with the guy in a way that like people accuse me of being when I give him light criticism. Like, bro, you were in a fight with a whole other man and made a website to this dude. That is so fucking cringe. Like, it's like, how did you hit go on that and not have the wherewithal? How many holes has that Flubernon fucking eaten in your goddamn brain? Fuck me, man. It hurts because it's like, you know, I go online, I criticize people, I start fights, I put my own reputation on the line to scrap. And like, it's like, I empathize with, I don't know, maybe having like a little supervillain speech in your head. Like, you don't even know how much I can fuck you up right now. But like, I keep that shit on the low. You know what I'm saying? He's over here like explaining his entire master stroke and then it gets beat. One of those I shared is from literally 8 days ago or so. And it was, wow, this is a great, what a funny last post for someone to put on the internet. It's the Mauice Landlord person like saying like, yeah, whatever, you're fucking cringe. This great copy pasta. And then he was just back. They're like, we thought the Mauice Landlord guy, he's like, I thought I scared him off the internet. Like, bro, he went to bed, homie. Why do these e-communists and pro-trans activists disappear for 8 hours at a time from Twitter? Like, they are sleeping. You fucking meth head, they're taking naps. He did that like 3 times, I swear to God. Well, he seems to be gone now. Maybe he's finally learned his lesson. And then like Mauice Landlord would get off work or wake up and go like, fucking kiss. And the whole thing would start over again. Start over. Don't you know that I was in an ongoing conversation last night with your mother and 3 other people in order to try to like articulate your surrender or some shit? I'm trying to save your life. Like, bro. You keep saying you won, and all he has to do to beat you is just say, nuh-uh. Like, you're like Elmer fucking Fudd at this point. Rabbit season, duck season, rabbit season, fire. It's over and over and over again. I wanted to share it with people, and I wanted to get it done as quick as possible. So it's not like a full investigative thing. I didn't look like all the way down into it, but like, god damn, bro. Oh. Okay, let's see. Yeah, the Mauice Landlord guy just made an account, and my YouTube is set up so that people that just make accounts can't post because it's an anti-raid thing. So you can't just like keep making new accounts and hopping back in. So it's unfortunate, but when I see his stuff, I'll say it. I don't know what the hell that person is saying. He called my parents at 1 a.m. and then the next day he was freaking out and sputtering, talking fast, threatening them to make me delete my account. I think he might be on stims. Oh no. He called my parents at 1 a.m. That's like, I think I saw stuff like that. That's why I thought Mauice Landlord was younger. Because why would you call somebody's parents? They're in their fucking late 20s. Like, what are you doing? Call my parents? They're pushing and over 60. And I'm fucking almost 40. Like, bro, you're going to run out of time to call them. Your son's doing some crazy shit. Okay, well, he's 40. Why the fuck are you talking to me? Like, oh, dude, that's fucking... Wow, dude, follow-ups. Also, the legal agreements involved Jeff Martin, aka Canadian Nazi captive creamer, and Sam Henley, aka Eigenrobot. That's international/state legal harassment, baby. He's so stupid. I'll see it when it motherfucker. Oh my god, I would never. I can't imagine. I was a journalist. I've cold called random people to ask them about some crazy shit in their lives, right? Because like I had to do a report, right? Hey, they're building a road in front of your house. Hey, I heard your house burned down, whatever. I don't think I'd ever I'm so mad I gotta look up I've gotta look up information. I'm gonna call your mom and dad. What is that even like? Hello. I'm a YouTuber from YouTube.com. Hello, it's Thomas from the internet. I can't. Tommy's on drugs. You should see his how to get a girlfriend video. I couldn't. That was one of the ones I was just like, I turned it on for 2 seconds. I'm like, no, I'm not doing fucking red pill content with fucking a guy who's taken every red pill on earth. Tommy was in the Matrix, and they're like, you gotta take the blue pill or the red pill, and then started talking to him, and then he just took both because he was fucking jonesing in the moment. If you take the red pill, you find out how deep the rabbit hole goes. Take the blue pill, you wake up. He's over there mixing them. The DIY pill president is not concerned himself with a normal sleep schedule. Bro, you know he's got his kit around him. Every fucking broken light bulb that Flesh Simulator has ever seen calls to him like the fucking Green Goblin mask. Go ahead. Find some shit and smoke it out of me. No, I've got videos to make. Just do a little bit. Fucking broken light bulb just on the street.
Smoke out of me and go call that guy from Twitter. Call him now.
Oh my God. Tommy's on the substance. I mean, that's too specific for Tom. God damn, bro. Oh, fuck me. Okay, let's see if Mauice said anything else. All my parents said were, huh? That doesn't sound like him. Then they busted out laughing and he hung up. Oh no, he got mogged. Mogged by Mauice Landlord's parents. Your son is committing internet crimes. What? And I'm trying to save his life. Oh, okay, that's whatever, bro. Bro got tattled on. Bro got fucking tattled on. Bro got fucking informed on. Is insane, dog. Oh my God. Oh, bro's dressing like Hudson from Black Ops in that one vid. LARP. I mean, it wouldn't be bad. It's the internet. It's fine to like dress up and have fun, but people have to know that when you put the clothes on and off, that you don't think you're that shit for real. And he fucking does. Like, how long do you think I've put fake blood on for a video before? Nobody watched my fucking Silent Hill thing because it was fun, right? It took forever to put on and get off. And he put on about 5 gallons more than I did. So he's sitting there, understand, he's sitting in front of that mirror for like 10, 15 minutes, ruining a shirt. That shirt is done. Ruining a shirt, covering himself in fake blood, just thinking about some fucking internet rando's parents laughing at him at 1 a.m. If he's got a girlfriend and she lives with him, she must be fucking beside herself. Like, bro, can you want to come back to bed? Like, no, I'm gonna win the internet. I'm gonna win the internet. Okay. Oh my God. Thank you for streaming while I caulk my shower. Based. So is Fleshman's dad a Fed? According to him, yeah. He said his dad is a lifelong intelligence officer, and then like was reconfirming it in other comments down below that post, talking to other people. They're like, wait, so your dad is a Fed? He's like, yeah, yes, he is. Okay. Oh, so that's why you played his show. It's still like no one was like, how are you playing at the Comet fucking pedo pizza place? Like, I know that it's weird. Here's a photo of me in the video in the basement of the fucking pedo pizza parlor. Like, what? How'd you get that close? Oh, his dad's a Fed. Okay, that's a revelation. Oh, Mr. Gant, your son is being very mean to me online. Oh. Flesh responded to me posting a pic of some random old people and said, did you just threaten a lifelong federal agent? Outing a federal agent is another federal crime. Nobody knew he was a Fed connected. Oh, fuck. Hello, I am a YouTuber from the internet and your son has been bullying me. Dude, Jesus. Big Joel's scruffiness makes him look a lot older and exaggerates his hairline, etc. When he shaves and gets a haircut, he babies up and loses like 10 years. I mean, that's when that happens. He looks like a little egg in a bird nest. He's like an emu egg when he's got all of his hair. His mind says he can't envision himself being wrong. Therefore, all critics of him are bad faith trolls, so he thinks doxing them is all it takes to dispel them. True. The Flesh Simulator impression was so good. Thank you. Oh, maybe Tall told Tommy Flesh to get high off HRT, maybe transition and chill out. He thinks it's too late for him. Good after evening all, and hi from my guinea pig Brownie. He's watching me. Base guinea pig. I'm not the one spiced up in here with you.
You're spiced up in here with me.
He's on all the substances our parents warned us about, and several none of us have ever heard of. Bro, the DARE program was not long enough to teach me that not to take this shit that he got on. Oh. I like the song at the end a lot. Thank you, thank you. The video was fire. Thank you, thank you. He'd immediately devolve into a TTT poster who screeches about passoids or some shit. He knows too much. I was right. He knows too much, like ball about trans shit to not be on TTTT. Like he's definitely an LGBT poster. Like he's been on there. He's been on there. Who the fuck? What? Who's saying? Who needs me? Who has summoned me? Trip. What do you guys want? What do you guys want? Fedla's dead. Fleshham's partner is also an insomniac. Must be a fun living with a man who just mixes random powders he found on the internet. Well, I mean, you probably just assume that he's your partner's a fucking insomniac when you're keeping him awake all night. Trying to keep all these. So the song's fire and the video rocked. I've basically been laughing for a week straight, and this is the cherry on top. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Feel free to share chunks of it at Flesh Simulator as you feel is necessary. Bro fell off. Maybe the lesson is doing the process of leaving drugs while on YouTube's is a bad idea. Just watch a Lolcow Simulator video. Very nice. Thank you. June, activate the peepaw alarm. Fucking great video. If Derek covered whatever the fuck Flesh Sim does, as long as a Catholic sermon, dude, it would have been endless. I'm trans and even I don't know the fucking TTTT shit. Yeah, well, no one should go on LGBT because it's hell. It's a suicide encouragement platform on fucking 4chan. With the music on the end be on YouTube or Spotify or something, yes, I have to release X amount of. Almost every video I make like 1 or 2 songs because I'm fucking compelled to. Basically, right around the second that fucking Mauice Landlord shit started showing up on my Twitter, I started walking around my house, irritating the fuck out of my wife, going, "Tommy's on drugs. Tommy's on drugs. Tommy's on drugs. Tommy's on drugs." And I had to fucking make that. If I didn't make that song, it would be in my head to this day. But I have to make X amount of them so that I can put them all in an album. Otherwise, it costs me like fucking $10 to upload, and I'm not famous, so I'm never getting that $10 back. Or it's $15 to upload like 25 songs. So I just wait for a while. But if you are on my Patreon, right, I'll be uploading it probably Monday so that you can listen to it, and all my other songs are up there as well. So you'll be able to see that shit. I think the Fluber drug is the juice, a horrible benzo from the Something Awful days that killed a bunch of posters back then. I was pretty online like him as a teen. I just grew up without the brain damage. Ugh. I think I've heard that. Now like when I was talking earlier about fucking 4chan's paranormal board and posts about like fucking benzos and contracting schizophrenia and stuff. I'm not fucking with you. Like those are real things. I think I heard about that as well. The fucking juice. Or whatever. It was in creepypastas and stuff, and the like how to get your own tulpa shit. Been a long time. I was Flesh Simulator's age now then. Seeing him say all that bigoted stuff as it was something the left was afraid of confronting was embarrassing. It's fucking cringe, dude. It is fucking cringe. Tyler, what is your favorite stratagem in Helldivers 2? I like the 380. I'm not a 380 fan. I think it slows the map down too much. I respect the 380 user, but I'm not. Napalm Strike is like one of my favorite things ever for everybody except fucking robots. Yeah, I love the napalm. I like watching it burn. I could sit there and stare at it, dude. And if you're using that against squids or bugs, I mean, you can bleep, 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 all the way. True scum, self-hating white girl shit. It truly is. I used to like Flesh Sim, but his podcast was so bad. Wait, what is TTTT? 3 T's or 4 T's is a different way to call 4chan's LGBT board. But the joke is that there's no lesbian, gay, or bisexual people on that board. It's all trans people, so it should actually just TTTT. And it's probably, if I had to say, it's probably the worst 4chan board I've ever seen. It clears poll by a mile. And you're like, how is that possible? And it's like, because most of the people that are on poll that are not like bots from fucking Israel or any other Russia, basically Russia and Israel bots are most of poll, and then a series of other fucking like unkempt European scum. That's like what's on poll. But nobody on poll internalizes anything from there except for like the 5 like new 10-year-olds or whatever the hell they get on there any other given day. Like 18 fucking teenage kids. LGBT as a 4chan board is active, real people who are all fucking eggs and trans people, and then people who hate trans people because they don't realize they are also eggs. Because no one hates trans people enough to go into their spaces and pretend to be them. No one does that except for other trans people. So like it's trans on trans violence at all times. It's a bunch of memes, and it's like a cultural touchstone for a small niche subculture of people for whom self-hatred is like a constant thing. So like there's other people that'll go there to vent about themselves and talk about how like they want to die, but they don't really, but they want to get like some sympathy. Or they'll go talk about like horrible shit, or they'll talk about how they're clogging. They'll have a clock thread, like, does this person look trans? Does this person look trans? Horrible. It literally is there to like brain virus you into wanting to kill yourself. That's it. Doesn't bug me at all. Not trans. And you get on that thing, I'm like, okay, this is fucking trash content. Trash content for fucking self-hating losers. Get the fuck out of there. You know what I mean? But if you're almost all the shit that fucking Flesh Simulator says are the inner thoughts of a constant TTTT poster. like he knows ball. Do you know what I mean? Like he knows ball. People that just don't like trans people or even just tolerate them or around them don't know that shit. They don't know about puppy boy, puppy girl shit. You know what I mean? Like they don't know about like trans community building, subculture commentary shit, but he's about it. Like he got mad at someone calling him an egg is crazy work, because you have to know what it means enough, and people have to have said it enough that it's getting under your skin, which is impossible for cis people. Like when you're one of the people who are out there, like I'm really concerned that someone's going to like give a person a lot of like compliments and like maybe like shower them with love, and then they're going to turn trans. It's like, okay, that's that could never happen to me. For all the things, I don't mind gender fuck shit, you know what I mean? But like I am just cis. Raw. Like that's it. Do you know what I mean? So like none of that shit, it just right over the top of me. But then and it's the same thing for a lot of bigots. Do you know what I mean? They don't get mad. Like you don't see fucking Matt Walsh, people calling him an egg, and he's like, why do people keep calling me an egg? Why do people call me an egg? I don't know, like, I'm an egg, like I'm gonna fucking cry. Do you know what I mean? Like no one, that doesn't work. Probably somebody has said shit like that and it just right over the top of his head if he even cares about the culture enough. However, Flesh Simulator just knows deep ball about online trans culture and transitioning shit. And if you really look at his complaint structure, like he constantly returns to this like fear of child molestation, homosexuality, and like trans identity. Like those 3 things are constantly flickering on his like radar over and over again. There's so much shit to be pissed about, right? Like normally a chud is just mostly mad at like Israel shit, right? Even Jew chuds, like Jewish chuds will go and be like, you know, fucking, yeah, my bad. I didn't mean to like brainwash all of the goy cattle or whatever the fuck, you know? There's a lot of different things to be mad about. He's like tangentially upset about like the fucking soup du jour, which is like Somalian black people right now, right? But then like he always brings it back to like gay stuff, creepy in around kids stuff, and like trans stuff, to the point where even his attack is like the thing that you would use to scare a little kid. I've snuck into your room. I'm the big bloody man. I'm in your room. Like, bro, I had to hit it because I know it's gonna bug the fuck out of him. But I also I stand 10 toes down on it because it's not gay because it's lame. It is lame, but that video is gay because it's gay. That's very gay. Like, it's content that seems like it was made by a non-self-confessed homosexual who's like working through some shit, you know what I mean? Or somebody queer, I guess would maybe even be the better way to say it, but it's a little too technically advanced. Probably not for him. Where it's just like, dude, you're like, oh, it's Carrie, first off, right? Fake blood and shit. I get it that maybe it's like for the costume that like fucking Mauice Landlord said, but that looks like Carrie with fake blood. You could just paint yourself red, as you know. I mean, like, because some of the artwork that people have been making, he's red for an amazing reason. Did you guys edit Flesh Simulator's fucking eyes onto Dan Henschel? Like, you just paint yourself red with red paint. Like, you chose to do covered in blood, eyes wide, which is just the like defining image of Carrie. And you're gonna, you don't know what kind of hell I can bring you. Monologue, stop bullying me. I'll use my mind powers to kill all of you. This is a slaughter. I tried to spare you, but I can't. Bro. Watch out, little boy. I've snuck into your room. Everybody's afraid of a big bloody man in their room. It doesn't mean anything. Don't look at the curtains are just blue. The curtains are just blue and the man's just red. Bro. Is he attracted to black people or does he just hate us? He hates black people because he's afraid of them. He doesn't really hate like black people conceptually. He's just deathly afraid of black folks because he got jumped by some black people one time and decided that's black people's fault and society's fault and not like slightly his and a lot those specific individuals. Because I believe he was like, I could be Flesh Simulator if you pop by. You know, I didn't put this in there because I don't know all of the lore, but I think he was on drugs at the time and like fucking around in junkie territory and got fucking run up on, which that is your fault. Like, if you're just like walking your dog through a nice park in the middle of the night, you know what I mean, in a reasonable hour in a well-lit, and some random kids come and jump you, okay, like, shame on them. However, if you're out in the fucking drug part of town, walking around on drugs and somebody runs your shit, I mean, that's like, that's what happens. I don't know, say that in a nicer way. You should stop being a junkie. You should not hang out in alleyways downtown. It's a great place to get fucking robbed. Actually demented at it. It was a 10 out of 10. I have pretty hair and I look somewhat androgynous. I think he saw my picture, realized we were the same age, and had a fucking meltdown. It was a perfect storm. Mauice Landlord does have very long hair. Very long flowing hair. Really hyperfixated on the forehead thing. For a bald guy. It's like, if he needs one trans friend. And that's actually like, I think he couldn't handle it because he would be fucking dressing in like a girl within a fucking, maybe dressing like himself within a fucking week. But it's like, he's hyperfixated. Forehead on this Mauice Landlord person, which just has the person's build is very similar to Dylan Burns, right? It's not especially large. It's just he's got his hair pulled back and he's got long hair. So like, you know, Flesh Simulator, bald, forehead, big pill head. You're a little upset. Like, is that like, are you thinking like, oh, you shouldn't look like that because if you had long hair, somebody just make fun of your big forehead instead of your beautiful long hair. Like, bro, it just feels so naked to me and obvious. It's like, why did you open your mouth? Oh. The new Helldivers 2 Warbond World War I themed absolutely slaps. I gotta start playing it again then. Tyler is right again about TTTT. Shit, I'm glad I never went down the 4chan rabbit hole as a teen. It used to be like nowhere near as bad. Like, dude, 4chan has nothing on Twitter. I don't even think really at its worst. Like, if you really want to look for fucked up shit on Twitter, you'll find it. There is nothing about 4chan. And the entire time it's been around, that is by any stretch of the imagination worse than Twitter. For most of Twitter's existence, at least the last like 10 years, like Twitter's got Nazis and pedophiles and, you know, self-harm groups and a bunch of cringe shit happening all the time and harassment campaigns. Like what is it about 4chan that people think doesn't exist on Twitter, aside from the fact that, like, you know, your random Twitter lefties will go like, I would never visit a website. I'm like, okay, calm down, kid. MYLP, the guy that has a Grums Exposed vid, has a song about the Something Awful Soviet Benzos saga. I might actually have to look into that. He's definitely back on the benzos. He was in way too deep for his current behavior, not to be a giveaway. He might be, how to say this right. He actually might just be a validation junkie. He might be a Twitter addict, which is real. But because he was an addict, now he's like on top tier shit. So like endorphins are a thing, right? And you get endorphins from Twitter. I mean, I do. I'll get on Twitter and I get some like red dots. Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I'll go and I'll fuck with people all day because it's fun. It's good to see the little red dots show up. You know what I mean? If you are already an addict, like a junkie, and you have lost the other part, other than chemical hooks, the other parts of a junkie are ritual and just the raw endorphin experience, right? Chemical hooks is from the chemical itself, so like THC, whatever, but you still get endorphins, right, from different activities. And ritual is very, very important. So that's why a lot of junkies who are junkies for a long time end up doing stuff like going to the gym. They join like they go religious, and then they go super fuck religious. Like they're crazy. Like, dude, I'm in here for Jesus. I'm here for Jesus Christ. It's because ritual plus endorphins is most of what they would actually get from drugs, in addition to the chemical hook. The chemical hook is what takes you to hell. So a lot of people, I think, that are former junkies, Hutch included, and start using Twitter and get moderately Twitter famous, I think they replace their old addiction with Twitter, and then they start treating it as, you know, the ritual endorphin cycle without the actual final chemical hook. That would be something that would actually like eat your body and get you like wasted high, right? What'd I miss? Whole video dropped. Man, I'm going up and down through this chat. You guys are actually in here today. Dan Henschel is a fundamental artist of our time, truly a giant of thought and father of democracy. Dude, the how many black squares do I have to get on my face for it to be blackface was actually like a real conversation starter. I'm not even kidding. Because it's like, it's immediately stupid, but as an immediately stupid thing, it's very similar to like, would you rather be in the woods with a man or a bear? Which is like, how do we actually catalog this? And is it intent or is it amount? Because functionally speaking, he could cover himself entirely with like black paint. And so as long as it's not like in a way that he's trying to look like a black person, it's not really blackface. You know what I mean? You're just like you look like a oil demon type thing, right? Blackface has its own like specific type of shit. You know what I mean? It looks away. A good example is last season of Twin Peaks. You have all these miners who have completely black faces, but they're white guys, but it's because they're fucking coal miner demons, right? So their faces are like completely smudged out in black, but it's not blackface. It's very obviously white people with fucking gross shit all over them. Or you have somebody who's like, you know, like I said, like some sort of oil demon, you know, with a big fine going. But like it is more than just the color, right? That is what makes blackface. And it is the transgressive element for comedy that really causes the issue, because it is, you know, it is there. And then that got into a bigger thing where it's like, oh, you know, if you start thinking about it, what's up with like Jelly Roll and all these fucking like shitty white artists that get all these horrible black face tattoos that like nobody else would get, that kind of slowly but surely start taking up the entirety of their face and sometimes even their neck and their arms. Like, okay. Like Dan Henschel fucking made a big risk and actually kind of created a somewhat of a thought piece. Like that's nuts. He got his bass amp stolen after a gig one time, just assumes he knows who did it. He was mugged by literal children after supposedly saying the gamer word on drugs. Oh, so he had it coming too. He said the N-word to some kids, and then they beat his ass, and then they went, well, you know, we're not going to beat your ass for free. That's actually fucking fire. Oh. I am underwater now. Help me, please. Riley got he combat skirt on. Is he attracted to black people, or is he, hey, it does? Oh, no, I'm way further back. Children. People are egging him on more and more on Twitter, and I think he's going through psychosis or something. He's absolutely losing his mind. He's hitting the... I hate Lolcow culture because most of it is just attacking autistic people, but Flesh Simulator, I don't really care if you call him that. Yeah. A lot of the whole, like, there is an aspect of Lolcow culture and cowdom and shit, which is really just, like, miserable. But the thing is the things that are fun about it for chuds, you can't let them ignore it when it's one of their own. You can't let them walk away from it, and because you have to make them eat their own, and it's fucking awesome. It's happening to fucking Nick DiOrio right now. Nick DiOrio is starting to get chunks of that fat ass carved off bit by bit by bit. It's fucking amazing to see. I knew it was coming. It just took forever. He's just too thick. He's built like a bull. Oh, Flesh Simulator makeover arc when? Lol, true about trans friends even online. I came out after hanging with my trans besties after a couple months. Yes. r/bald is an amazing community to look through even if you have hair. They're very supportive. It's like, yeah, r/bald is a good example of the same thing that happens to like trans people online. Cause like, I'm not seeking out trans people to hang out with. Do you know what I mean? I just happen to hang out with trans people if they're around. And there's a difference there because if you're trying to find trans people to be near, you probably have, even if you haven't explored it, an ulterior motive. Like the whole thing with Flesh, I'm like, oh, I just keep, every time I have one trans person over, all of a sudden they all feel comfortable and then I'm surrounded by 300 trans people. Like, what do you think that keeps happening to you? You know, if I hang out with trans people, I don't give a shit about any of their trans nonsense, right? That's their life. Maybe, you know, if they want to talk about it, I will not ignore them. I'll be polite and personable. That's their shit. You know what I mean? No trans people are coming around me and being like, hey, can you tell me about like what it's like being a cis person? You know, can you invest me in your cis life and culture and just give me like deep background knowledge on cisness? And it's not because they don't already know. It's because like that would not be interesting to them. Do you know what I mean? They don't unnecessary knowledge out of curiosity. However, if you just keep seeking out trans people, like damn, everywhere I go, I just seem to be making like new trans friends. I just keep going to places where trans people are and just like being a part of their lives and just like investing in them. Somehow like we all seem to talk alike and like and stuff. But I just want everyone to know that I would never be trans because I'm very concerned about like child molestation and unaddressed other issues. Like, okay, homie. I know that like I somehow managed to just accumulate dozens upon dozens of trans people who know and trust me and speak to me at length. And I have shared their culture with them excessively. And we do kind of like kiki with each other. That's a specific word. It is from drag culture, but it is adopted from black people. Like, wait, what the fuck? Bro, you're probably just trans. You're probably like looking for some fucking help. You know what I mean? It's like the guys, you know, if you always find one undercover cop from back in the day when being gay was like illegal and hooking up with dudes was a crime because sodomy was a thing. And they're like, oh, you guys got the one cop that can always find a gay guy. Yeah, you know, none of us on the force are gay, but Bruce over here, you know, he can ferret them out. He just, you know, we call him the Batman. He's just out there in the middle of the night finding gays. He always knows where they are. You know, there's a business downtown, bathhouse. I never even thought to look inside of it. It's like 3 doors down from a Chinese place I absolutely love. But Bruce is in there. He found like 15 gay people. He figured it out too. You know, they won't normally admit it to you, but he knew somehow that they were gay. Bruce, are you gay? I am married. I have 15 pictures of all my 3 children. Okay, Bruce. Okay. Bruce always manages to find a gay person, right? Oh yeah. Emily's not gay. She just happens to have a Subaru and just always finds hiking partners. She's not gay. I'm straight. My dad said I was straight when I was a kid. I've always been straight. How do you keep finding new hiking partners all the time and they just happen to be, I don't know. hiking, people that go hiking, they're just full of these lesbians. They just, all I want to do is hike. And then I just keep finding more lesbian hiking partners over and over again. I go down to the Subaru dealership and I talk to people because I like to keep my Sub in good shape. And I go hiking, so I get all the stuff and I talk to people over there. And then all of a sudden, they're trying to move into my house. I have no idea. I mean, I pick them up. We hitchhike. We do a lot of carpooling together. We stay at hotels, but I'm not lesbian. I'm not gay. Okay, bro. Okay. Legitimately curious to hear your unfiltered thoughts on Sam Hyde. Haven't I said him before? I don't know. I want to fight him. That's it. I want to fight Sam Hyde. I think Sam Hyde is generally unfunny, but I find it hilarious how often he gets away with his unfunniness. I think the best way to describe it is I have no respect for his politics. He's a fucking Nazi, yada, 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 yada. No, that's all boring shit. No one gives a fuck about that. I think his comedy is not good, but I also don't like the fucking any of the anti-comedy shit. Right? It's awful to watch. Fish Tank clips are okay. Fish Tank is very funny. I think it's comical to some degree. I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but Sam Hyde keeps building this little harem of like semi-washed or mid-tier YouTube celebs and then just destroying their careers. I don't know if he's doing it for fun or not. It's like having the devil come and say like, hey, you can get $100,000 now and then no more money ever again. He keeps doing. He did the Froggy Fresh. He ruined Froggy Fresh's career and for no reason. I think he did it on purpose. I think he did it just to fucking ruin that guy's career. Like he knew. Sam Hyde knows who he is relative to the internet. He's a very shrewd media operator. I know people like don't want to give him his fucking his laudits, but like he's like fucking Nick Fuentes in that he understands what he is and where he is in the fucking landscape. You know, Nazi, yes. However, also like unironically a little bit of a media mogul. And you're like, well, he only has the media stuff because of all the fucking rug pulls and the fucking the stock trading horse shit. It's like, yes, but so do all of the media people. That's how they got their fucking media companies too. We haven't had anyone in charge of a media company in America who built it for fucking years, maybe a century or whatever. They're all old hat traded shit. Even the people who are like, I built a media company from scratch. It's somebody's kid's kid who got like a fucking $14 million cash infusion from their rich dad. Everybody else was like, hey, what are you going to do? I'm going to get into this moving picture business. I've been fleecing these Chinese slaves left and right and robbing them blind in the mining industry. So, that's done. Now that we've killed 15,000 of them to build the railroads, I'm going to get into moving pictures. Okay. I'm going to abuse the shit out of some pretty young women, and then I'm going to die of heroin overdose when I'm 75. And I'm going to leave my fortune to a bunch of disgusting half inbred children from my wife in Connecticut, who I will never let visit California. Like that's where all those media companies came from. These like people are filled. It sounds like that's a made up story. If you look into like how like RKO pictures and shit, all that stuff was formed back in the day. It's like the most evil human being on earth who had done evil shit forever. Daniel Plainview's unlikable business partner just decided to use his monstrous wealth in order to like fund things. So like one of the first major pictures was the fucking Ku Klux Klan vehicle, fucking Birth of a Nation, right? Like, oh, well, how did that happen to be the first thing? Like, dude, fucking evil as shit. It's fucking pure evil people. I have to agree about the Twitter endorphin thing. Used to be super addicted to that site before I got my ADHD treated. Yes. This guy's probably going to reply to you. He obsessively searches his name on Reddit, Twitter, and freaks out on anyone talking about him. Let's see. Have we gotten hello? Cinema, Maoist. Liked Thomas Gunt Enjoyer. I have a ban on bad nicknames right now on my server because like Hasan Piker's entire community they don't have the fucking juice to come up with a good dog shit Trumpian fucking nickname for people. Thomas Gunt Enjoyer is pretty good on a few levels. Aren't you describing the chief of police from South Park? Possibly. I think from that thing I was just before, yes. If Tom becomes a VTuber, him and Oko would be best buds. It sounds exactly the same. No one's here seen Cruisin'. Dude, you've only seen Cruisin' because you were born in the fucking 70s, bro. That fucking movie is 1 billion years old. His scary fan base that he quote-unquote greenlit to harass me threatened me from their personal Facebook pages. It was only like 4 guys. One of them had his kids in the profile picture. I got one of those. I was in a beef about a year ago now with this other guy, right? And one of his fans was trying to roast me. And they were making really bad YouTube videos about me and then like adding me like, when are you going to respond to this video? And I click on the video and I was like, oh, this guy's got a Patreon. I wonder what the Patreon says. And he had linked instead of his creator page for his Patreon, he had linked his member page, which was just his name and email address. So I looked him up and he worked at Arby's. He lost his job at Arby's and started working for DoorDash. And I just asked him because his full name was there. I was like, okay, well, I wonder if this person's that's a unique name. I wonder who they are. Looked at it. It took me like 5, maybe 10 minutes. And it's like, oh, okay, this is this guy. He worked at a fucking Arby's in like fucking Indiana or some shit. Now he works for DoorDash. Hey man, are you the fucking former Arby's employee? And instead of doing the only thing you ever need to do in that situation, which is say, I have no idea what you're talking about, or no, he goes, how dare you dox me? How do you know all of these things? Like, oh, thank you for confirming everything. That's happened to me like 6 times. Someone's like, I have a super secret identity. I'm an internet superhero of sorts. Like, are you this guy? Why would you say that completely accurate information about me? Like, bro, what? I don't get it. Like, dude, it's the fucking internet. You know what I mean? I don't think you should fuck with like random people. Especially anyone that's unrelated to the thing. Like, if it's not someone that's involved in the immediate situation, you should probably leave them out of it, right? Maybe if you like got fucking pissed off. I was like secret, you know, I'm on fucking I'm on some IRC chat back in the day talking shit about you playing Counter-Strike and I have bad OBSEC, and then you call me in the middle of the night on my phone and go like, I know where you live, I know that you're this guy, kill yourself, blah blah blah. Okay, oh fuck you. That's, I would say, in the ballpark of still illegal but like morally fine, you know. That's like old internet shit. Calling up people like random fucking relatives and shit is so bonkers. Because you'll never pull it off and like not look weird, right? Like you've taken a step, and also you open yourself to it. No one's gonna go like, hey, don't do that. They're gonna be like, that's fucking base. Get that motherfucker. Get his ass. Sam Hyde is a little chuddy. He just happens to accumulate very funny kind of bums around him. Russian internet had these so-called. Am I still going to be talking to Dylan Burns? I have no idea. I sent him a message. He never responded to me. And then he didn't even get online that night. So I would like to. I literally had those thoughts of where there are all these queers around me. It's the Onion article over. I just wasn't willing to admit it to myself. Yeah. Like it's impossible. You know what I mean? Like to just randomly, like, it's a niche type of like existence, you know, like you're a minority, right? Minority inside a minority is how I very often think of trans people, because it's like nothing of the next to none of the population, right? Overall, as far as being out and about, it is probably more close to like 1% or 5% at max. You know what I'm saying? But then like all of a sudden you're just completely surrounded by them independently. Like, okay, if you're like me, I make content that trans people appreciate. That makes sense. You make like video games and stuff that they're drawn to. You know, the person who made the Blahaj or whatever the fuck that thing is called, I'm pretty sure if they're not trans, they're gonna be like, well, I'm happy about it, but this wasn't intentional. But like, you know, they're in the middle of it. But if you're just like a private person, you know what I mean? Or it's something that doesn't have anything to do with your content, and all of a sudden you just keep like, damn, I just keep all my little friends are just this type of person, whoever it is. Like, you might be like attracting like here. You know what I'm saying? You got, like, deep opinions and shit. You're hardcore into it. You know what I mean? You're out there, you're fucking picking out stockings and shit. Oh, I don't think anybody should wear stockings like that. They would make your legs look fat. Like, that's a crazy thing to say. That's a crazy thing to say. Oh. Small loan of $1 million. Bro, give it to me. I've seen racist twinks in LA do that. I think it's just a mode of existing for guys who have nothing else going on. All that you're responsible. First thing we watched in film school was Triumph of the Will. Ugh. It's a good movie. Not like it's good like in quality, but like, damn, you can learn a lot from it. If you're trying to figure out how to put together a basic like upswell vibe video, Triumph des Villes is very good. It handles a lot of the basics. That evil bitch was fucking mean with a camera. Especially if you think about it too. Like, one of the most incredible things about it is it was not easy to put a camera above the ground very high back in the day. Like, they were shooting off fucking wooden sticks half the time. Again, evil ass fucking my brain keeps trying to say Rosa Luxemburg, and I know that's not who it is. I don't give a shit. No credit. But she's fucking dangling off buildings and stuff to get all these shots of people marching and shit. It's like, as far as a documentary film goes, or even a propaganda documentary as it was, very excellent shot selection and balance. And it's like, irritating that it's lasted that long as being kind of like a hallmark of doing it well. Almost impossible to beat. I mean, to this day, when you see, if you want to try to pick out Nazi propaganda or fascist propaganda, you need to watch Triumph of the Will and really internalize a lot of the aspects of what it's trying to accomplish, not necessarily just shot composition. And you'll start recognizing it as a pattern in other works. You'll go, hold up, I know that. Sometimes, and I really like it, you'll see it other countries that aren't us, right? We're good at avoiding it. If you don't know this about American propaganda, a lot of it, I swear to God, whoever does our stuff is like, note for note, don't do that, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that, because it looks too much like Triumph of the Will. Keep that separation, because you don't want it to like overlay. But then you see other countries that have a real fascist bent, but they're like America bad countries, and people just get swept up by it. And like, yeah, you like Nazi propaganda. We figured that one out fucking decades ago. You're like, oh, dude, this video of the Korean army like marching, dude, like America would never put out something that looks like this. It's like, yeah, because we know better. We know better. We know why we're not putting that video out. The North Koreans either know or don't care. Right, dude. Half of the North Korean stuff, I've seen it from some Middle Eastern countries, a few of the ones that had dictatorships that are gone now. And it's like you could overlay shot for shot from whole chunks of Triumph of the Will. They were like using it like a fucking pattern. You know what I mean? Which doesn't mean that the country itself is naturally like inherently evil, but sometimes a country that does not like a country full of Jewish people, America or Israel, does want to adopt the aesthetics of a country that tried to do something about there being, quote unquote, too many Jewish people on Earth at one point. A movie about a gay serial killer killing leather daddy types. Cruising? Oh, yes. C-Space straight up said his name and said, "Come at me, bro." I know. That's the other thing. When I was growing up, not even growing up, bro. 2018, when I was playing Apex for the first time, I used to play with a guy who he was on my team all the time. He would just scream his name. People like, "Bro, I'm gonna find out where you live," and he would just like literally say, just like, "Yeah, my name's Kyle McCluskey. I live at fucking 1238 17 Fisher Street. Come fucking get me, bro. You want my phone number? You want me to send you Google Maps?" The people online are always just like, I need to keep my identity is. My identity is the way I protect those I love. Without my secret identity, they'd be in danger. You know? Not random fucking FPS players. They're like, dude, fucking, why don't you come by, bro? I got a fucking dirt road and I got a fucking good bead down it. I got a pig farm 3 blocks down. We'll see. We'll see who fucking kills who, motherfucker. Like, God damn. And you get into the fucking pencil neck area of YouTube. Fucking political commentators and people that talk about art and shit. And everyone's like simultaneously a fucking like internet super my identity. The mask that I shield myself from society with also holds back the mission that I'm on. I cannot let somebody get in my way. And then like they're also on the same hand, that individual's like, I can find anything about any person. I am the individual known as Hacker Man. I fly around on an analog keyboard through cyberspace. They're all just the guy from Grandma's Boy fucking up on the fucking wall over and over again. And it's like, you know, whatever. You can't even die. Everyone knows where I live. I don't know why you would fucking do something stupid like share your fucking address. All it's going to do is make me like try to figure out who you are and do the same for shits and giggles. But like, I know where I live. What the fuck? I mean, I'm in Kentucky. Like, stand your ground. Shit, dude. One of my fucking viewers bought me a sword. You know, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. And then all the rest of these people are like deathly afraid. Like, maybe you should stop saying crazy shit that you don't believe. Is that what it is? You know, are you committing crimes online? Why do you have your face on a television screen if you don't want anyone to know who you are? You know what I mean? It's so fucking dumb. Flesh looks like all those depressed pre-transition photos. He has prey eyes. The red really brings it out. He's got those fucking downturned eyes that I saw people making fun of during the first red pill run. Jizzle 36. We also watched Triumph of the Will in a film class I took. All the praise the professor gave to the cinematography was made more palatable by the professor being a very proud Jewish guy. Yeah. It's shocking. It's shockingly well done cinematography. Mostly because it's so old. And people today can't even get shots like that because they're just lazy and they don't want to do it. But like, it's the, I don't know if I came up with this idea. It couldn't have been me. And don't worry, Triptych, I know you're probably freaking out somewhere. I'm going to share the artwork in just a second. Just reminded me. Tyler out here accurately roasting me from 2 years ago. Hey. But basically it's the, a very spectacular shot is actually more valuable the less it's on screen. And that shot will very often justify everything. So like a 5-second establishing shot. I was thinking about this when I was watching Akira or a making of Akira the other day. And it's a big matte painting. Huge, 25 by 20 foot matte painting. And they just camera up at once and then they add some animation over the top of it to make it look alive. And it's only on screen for 5 seconds. That is like momentary majesty. And something like that really hammers home the scale of something more than having to linger, right? Because a really difficult shot that's barely up there makes people go like, holy fuck. You know what I'm saying? And the less time it's up there, the more your brain goes, there was a lot to see and I didn't see it all. I have to kind of assume that, aspects of this and that's like the moment of majesty of a shot, right? It doesn't mean you can't linger on stuff, but if you think about things like original Star Wars and why they're so much better than like later Star Wars, it's because they had to rely on those moments of majesty. If you think about it, the establishing shots of like Cloud City, of Jabba's palace, et cetera, are like, they're over in a second and then you're in there inside the world. Whereas when they have CG and stuff, they're like, oh, let's fucking back up and let's have this big, beautiful thing on screen, distracting from all the smaller shit that's happening within it. You kind of like lose that moment. But when you have those big, difficult shots and they're just there for a second, it's like, oh fuck, there's a lot going on here, right? It's quite literally distracting, but in a good way, so that you feel like you have a lot happening. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what film school. Trump has made IA slop the aesthetic of your propaganda, though. What the fuck? The hell? What do you mean? Fucking, if you're talking about AI slop, Trump's putting out AI slop, but it's obviously shit. Trump's AI slop, his team's AI slop is fucking hilarious dog shit, right? You're supposed to be laughing at them, I think, and that's why it's disarming. Their stuff is obviously fake. Obviously fake. You know what I mean? It's like, I saw JD Vance, the fat JD Vance meme doing a like fucking boogie on something. And like they put that out, I think. What in the fuck? You know? It's simultaneously like unserious, but that unserious mockery of other people really makes it known that you don't respect them more than like serious Brian Tyler Cohen 7-minute. Donald Trump is done. New bombshell reporting from the DOJ shows that the noose is tightening and Donald Trump is about to hang himself in this new court filing. I don't know what all that noose and hanging yourself thing came from, but like, it's like this whole serious deal. But then like the Trump admin is just like dog shit, low effort meme. You know, well, Pokemon Go, and then it's fucking ugly JD Vance meme, and it like vomit blasts fucking Ayatollah Khamenei off of the fucking, okay, cool. The fuck is this? You know, it's like, it's disrespectful in its lack of quality. Whereas on the other side right now, the massive amounts of AI propaganda coming from Iran and affiliated regimes and propaganda outlets is like deeply pathetic because it's trying to pass itself off as real. And that's fucking lame. Like, obviously JD Vance doesn't look like that for real, and he definitely can't dance, and he's not like parachuting from a fucking helicopter and his shoes are on fire, and then he does like, you know, I don't know, Ayatollah Khamenei is Bowser and he fucking crushes him and then saves the princess or some shit, you know, the absolute absurd horse shit. That's like, we don't care, and we're doing this literally because we know it bothers you. Which is excellent propaganda. It's top tier shit because it's literal. They're fucking rage baiting you successfully, right? Like it works. If it works, it works. Like, they don't care to be impressive to people that they don't have respect for. That's kind of what's bugging you about it. If you see it and you're like, I don't like this. They know you don't like it. They know it's beneath everybody. They're doing it literally to show you that they don't care enough about you to be impressive or put their best foot forward. It's like showing up to the door in your fucking underwear to like hand a box of stuff to your fucking ex. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. Get fucked out. Get out of here. Grimy as shit. The other side of things with these fucking, you know, Iranian propaganda, all this fucking AI shit coming up is fucking pathetic. Because it's like, you don't have the thing and you're pretending you do with AI. We know you don't have it because you would shoot it. Like, I have been watching fucking pro-Iran side cope fucking Westerners talk about how Iran is going to shoot the fucking best hypersonic missile in the history of mankind since day one of this. They keep forgetting that Iran somehow, despite being in the middle of a war, is just withholding their best armaments. No one knows that Iran is still holding back some of their best stuff. Like, people don't let half of their leadership get killed before they fire off just one good missile. I think the Shahed drones were probably almost all of it. I think that was the thing. Or they're fighting warfare like Goku for some fucking reason. I mean, okay, they're in it for the long haul. Like, I respect that, but the haul is not seeming like it could be that long anymore. And I'll talk about Iran in a second. I gotta try to catch up with fucking chat. I remember Felix Biederman voicing one of the quotes in his older videos, and I just always thought from that moment he was a lefty. Lucas was very Riefenstahl. Lenny Riefenstahl, there we go. Coded now that I think about it. I mean, a lot of people were. Good person to learn from. The entirety of the Empire's aesthetics is Riefenstahl. It's all Riefenstahl. And then if you look at Starship Troopers, they have a lot of attempts at Riefenstahl, but they use CGI to actually fill in a lot of the soldiers. What about the imaginary big penis energy of those stupid Yellowstone and Landman shows? Those are just, that's cope. You know what I mean? But everybody needs that. That's just a fucking, that's a soap opera. I appreciate that, like, the only reason you can call Yellowstone and Landman, like, lame is because they have an aesthetic in their cinematography, because the cinematography is well done, that they are premier prestige television. Because people have been watching so much prestige television that they forgot other TV exists for a reason. Everybody does not have the time to film and or watch and pay attention to a Breaking Bad. You get a Breaking Bad once in a while because honestly, you don't need that much good shit. Kind of don't. That's why you're always like, oh man, it's too much stuff on to watch. This is fucking too much shit. You know what I'm saying? And so what the Landman is in the fight is just a boy soap opera, which is what Westerns always were. If you go look at like Gunsmoke and shit, it's the same stuff. It feels a little preachier now, but if you go watch old Westerns, they're just soap operas. That's it. Fucking Bonanza. Bonanza filmed in live studio audience or whatever the fuck, I can't remember. But that's the whole point of it. Women or femme-coded individuals, when they want their slop content, right, they like relationship drama. Who can be trusted? Who's being sneaky? Who is and isn't fucking with the like domestic sanctity and the domestic clarity of a situation? Who's fucking around right now? Who's a liar? Who's a snake? Who's trying to steal whose husband type shit, right? That's not like all women like that shit, but it's just a very feminine coded type of show. And there's a lot of effeminate or femme coded types of individuals that enjoy it. It's fine. It's fine. It's okay to like Guiding Light. It's okay to watch As the World Turns. Okay. Those aren't made up names. I have seen those shows. Okay. I remember from when I was a kid, the whole subplot about the priest who got fucking, the woman got possessed by the devil and he had to do a whole exorcism. It's wonderful. It's amazing. Okay. Soap operas are fine. Old school Westerns used to do that. And then they sort of vanished for a while because basically Westerns were played out as Westerns. And what Westerns were the male or masculine version of that same thing. There was still an aspect of like domesticity, but it was what happens outside the home. Okay. There'd be like the little ladies are back home doing whatever they're doing. And it wasn't necessarily sexist, like as sexism is good. It was sexist in like, we're just talking about men's stuff and we're going to highlight it in extremis, right? What would a man who has to go to work at one of these new 9-to-5 jobs and drive downtown in a car and he has to sit in the traffic and his wife is back home and he's got to go get yelled at by some guy and he does this demeaning, boring, unexciting job. He's like a lawyer or an accountant or he works in paperwork filing. His dad was like a machinist at a shop, but now he just does data entry or he works, in like refiling, or he's a packing guy in this like really soft plant. He just doesn't feel like a man. What does he want to see? Well, he wants to imagine not driving to work in a car. He wants to feel like he's on a horse. He wants to see like just him and like 3 of his friends. Get rid of all that clutter. Get rid of all that fucking suburban sprawl. Just a big open field. Escape. Your wife and your kid are safe somewhere and they're not going to really bug you too much and get like involved in your story because you want a story for you about you. It's your story. What are you concerned with? I want to make sure that my money stays good and my property stays mine, and the few things that I have to protect, I can protect them, and I'll do something crazy if I need to. But I don't want to have to. If you watch those shows, really, there's some ass whipping that happens to let men can be men, but a lot of it's like, how do you solve your problems? I talk my way through it. Now, you could try to do a thing that all of us know is not going to work. You could try your ass off. But I've been around the block a few times. I have a head on my shoulders. Here's about a 10-minute long story about when I was a child and something my dad taught me. I wish people taught it today because then we could have avoided this. Do you feel bad about what you were trying to do? Do you feel corrected? I do feel corrected. I have resolved the issue without having to sacrifice my masculinity, my property, or my safety. Like, that's what guys want. It's not like bad. It's not bad. It's just specific to them in a way that excludes other people, but that's just something that people need. It's just something that people need. And they should have access to it. It's comfort food slop, if you want to call it that. It's comfort food television for people that don't want to be challenged because people don't always have to be challenged by their media. They don't. You don't want it. I don't want it. RuPaul's Drag Race is not a challenging show to watch. Okay, if we've been watching some RuPaul's Drag Race, we haven't been watching it because we're trying to learn more about fucking feminism and people's place in society. Okay, we started watching it very early when they still had, a new she-male came in and all that fucking, yeah, we forgot about that, even though those are the best seasons. People like their comfort watch shows, but not everybody wants specifically reality TV. Not everybody specifically wants a YouTube thing, and they want something like a Landman or Yellowstone, right? Like, what's the issue? What are you doing today? What's the thing? Well, he's riding out on the range and he's gonna go stare and sit on the top of a hill. And all the guy that's watching that is usually thinking, they're not like, people aren't watching it hopefully mad as fuck at other people. And if they are, they probably calm down when they see it. He just sees a man who's not captivated by the crushing realities of today that you can't really escape a lot of the times. You know what I mean? Because even if you could, you wouldn't, because you do have responsibilities. You are in your home with your wife and your children or even your grandchildren, and you are responsible to them and their feelings. You have to go around and do stuff. You have to put people in cars and drive the car around and get groceries and fix pipes in the basement and all that sort of stuff. And all your problems are small and your victories are small and the risks are small and you feel small. And it's nice to see a show where people have big issues and big problems and they're the things that you're concerned about, and they get resolved very often through talking or through violence, where you know the people that are receiving the violence are bad people. And they like that, right? Is the show good? Probably not. No, it's nice to look at. It's good to hear. But like, I think that there's a whole hyperfixation on the left that goes back into the earlier BreadTube eras. It's one of those reasons that I started making stuff, and it's people don't want to give other motherfuckers their due, and they want to pretend that they're alone in good criticism, or that somehow like right-wing stuff, or ostensibly observably as being right-wing stuff, is somehow, inherently tainted and evil, and it's causing some sort of problem. And it's like, sometimes it is just a TV show. Right. And if you're not going to give somebody something else that's just as good, they don't need it. And this pretense, it's pseudo-intellectualism, right? Because I'll tell you right now, there isn't a single breadtuber on YouTube now, here, and probably forever who is a better writer than me. I hate to break it to you. I'm fucking unbelievably good at it. I will take that fight. Okay. Whatever. You're arrogant. Yes. Why aren't you famous for it? Because I was not born rich. I don't have that opportunity. It took me all of my life to build just this. But I know, having read and been around reading and stuff, I'm fine with, and I've read and I can understand way above other people's shit, okay? Like, Blood Meridian is not hard to me. And it's funny to me that it's hard for other people. It's a pretty straightforward story, in my opinion, even the part with the counterfeiting and shit at the end. It's people getting fucking turned up by that is like funny to me. But I just have it. It's just a skill I have. I spent my entire life reading. I love stories. I like to fucking unwind them. I unwind people. I unwind how those things work together. There's probably some shit that you've got that you fucking smoke me on. Conversely, I'm not good at that. That's what I'm good at. There's always a tendency for people that are half or less good at that kind of thing than I am, that are not, they have seen academia, but they cannot participate in it, who want to pretend that just because they know one or two good things, that all things that they don't know are good are actually bad, right? It's the curse of the midwit. And the left is full of cursed midwits who will look at something like, Landman or Yellowstone and see an ostensibly and observably, objectively, do Mahler, do objectively bad cinema, right? And completely dismiss it as being some sort of like brain poison slop, right? It's going to kill these people. Oh God, we need to kind of get rid of it. Almost kind of like, maybe we should censor this for their help. Or other like, mid-tier, low-tier stuff. They have no respect for low art because they've brushed with the kind of auspices. They've seen how great art can be. Well, they can't make it themselves. And they don't understand very often, because they create a bias because of just the concepts of low and high. They create a bias where they believe that high art could exist without low art, or that low art and high art like are somehow inseparable, right? Like oh no. There are high artists and there are low artists, and neither of the twain shall meet. When it's the reality is people can like dog shit content. I watch Chud Logic. I don't know how to put that in a better way. He's kind of funny sometimes. He's a racist. He's fat. He's unfathomably, disgustingly British. But I'll watch some of his stuff sometimes and I'll be entertained by it. I'm also able to write some shit that will blow your mind. I made that song, right? I made that song. It took me 2 days. Okay. I'm a very talented artist. It's just a skill I have. It's not like there's no way for you to like quantify like, oh, you're kind of getting ahead of yourself. No, if I was around other artists, they would go like, yeah, okay. That's just how it is. You know what I mean? It's not a brag. When you're there, it's not a brag. It's a description. You know what I mean? If you are on a fucking court at a fucking professional basketball game and you go, I'm fucking really good at basketball. No one goes like, take it easy there, kid. No, you're just good. You know what I'm saying? But people get lost in that. And I think it robs people of joy unnecessarily. Now, does that mean you should just only watch slop? No. But also it doesn't mean that you should only try to take in like the best possible stuff ever. And, like hyper fixate on like, my diet is pure. I have a pure diet of unfiltered, just the best stuff ever. Because once you don't have low art to compare high art against, first off, you won't be able to have high art. There's always more low than there is high. And high art is elevated by its proximity to low art. When you talk about somebody, you want to fucking start playing ball here. We talk about somebody like Roger Corman, right? Who is like the slop merchant of all time. One of the shittiest, ugliest, nastiest little fucking fly-by-night movies he ever put out. He tried to make a movie literally in a day. Is called The Little Pet Shop of Horrors. If you watch it, it's not great. It's one of the first movies for an actor named Jack Nicholson, who would go on to have a career of some note. And it became one of the most respected and, in my opinion, one of the most fun musicals of all time, right? It is low art. It was just a literal fucking Nickelodeon grade, 10 cent, make it in a day, fucking, we'll throw a script together, we'll film it on used sets that someone else made. No art really almost in the entirety of it, but just a desire to create. And from that sprang franchises, Oscar-winning careers, and Roger Corman's entire existence is a restatement of that principle again and again and again. And for someone to say, you know what I mean? Like, okay, so we have something, Pluribus. Pluribus is an extremely, extremely good show. I just finished watching it, or the first season. It's like, me and my wife finished, I was like, do you feel like sick after that? Like, yeah, she's like, yeah, my heart hurts when I watch that show. It's like, deeply, it hits you on a series of different levels. It's extremely well made, extremely well shot, and all that stuff. You don't have to only just watch Pluribus and not enjoy other things. And just because you can't like bridge the two, yada yada yada, et cetera, et cetera. I'm kind of repeating myself at this point, but like, I do not appreciate, and I cannot get behind and condone this sort of leftist focused that's just a repeat of something that exists on the right as well. But this idea that there is appropriate and inappropriate artwork to consume. Outside of the most grotesque examples of prurience, which is in itself prurient, and therefore it could not be art, it's just prurience. You know what I mean? Outside of those examples, all art is to some degree valid at a certain point. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to be quality. It doesn't mean it has to be respected. It doesn't mean it has to be treated well. But this like assumption that there's a grand distance and there is like an effect that's had or a uniqueness to other people's bad art that separates you from it or separates good and bad art from each other, you know what I mean, in a qualitative or a moralistic fashion, I think is absurd. Because unironically, leftists will be like, that Landman show looks bad. And I think like right-wingers are kind of crazy for watching it. And then they'll unironically turn on Has Been Hotel and then sing along to the songs, which is insane to me. But I'll go for it. Bell Hooks wrote about working men used to be able to dominate the domestic sphere after having been dominated at work. Yeah, I fucking don't know. I haven't read Bell Hooks. Wampa da womp 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 womp. I have like 2 bell hooks books on my fucking bell hooks books on my bookshelf. I haven't cracked one of them open yet. Is anything else happening in here? Impure resubscribed for 9 months. Thanks back. Thanks for coming back. Based in Bonanza Brain. Yes. They wouldn't last 2 weeks in the Wild Bunch. Yellowstone and Landman. Petite bourgeois, mindless Southern power fantasy slop. I mean, most of Twitter right now is anti-America bad, pro-Iranian fucking power fantasy slop. I would say almost the entirety of Bad Empanada's oeuvre is power fantasy slop. I mean, that's what I hear from folks all the time, which is why it's pathetic, because it crosses over into nonfiction, at which point it stops being power fantasy and starts being cope. But a lot of that content is what it is. You know, I can't wait till these politicians are held to account. When the firing squad comes, when the revolution happens, they're coming for you. It's like, bro, how do you think you're different from the Landman person other than like you're morally correct? Like, you're still doing cope, but you don't even have like all of the multi-million-dollar camera setups and shit. You just have a Twitter feed. That's fucking horrible. you think fucking Yellowstone is slop? Have you ever tried to look at Black Red Guard's Twitter feed? Have you ever seen Socialist MMA's Twitter feed? That's power fantasy slop. Like, fuck me. That is like ultimate. Eddie Liger Smith's entire existence is power fantasy slop. Yeah, well, we have one communist in America who can wrestle. He cannot beat anybody that is his equivalent. His peer group would have fucking turned his ass inside out. He never had the makings of a varsity athlete. But god damn it, there's some fat chud online who will be afraid to wrestle him, and it's almost like I'm wrestling him. Almost like it's me who's winning. Like, yeah, dude, we all do it. I'm getting tired of these Yellowstone cartoony shows. Yogi needs to start turning into Marlo from The Wire and school these suckers. Okay. That's actually awesome. Oh boy, Yogi coming. Yogi coming. Yogi coming. Yogi coming. Well, hey there, buddy. You best hand that picnic basket. Hold on. How does Yogi Bear? Well, hey there, bud. You best hand that picnic basket right down out there right now, cha. The picnic basket. Hold on, fuck. I gotta see if I haven't heard Yogi Bear in so long. I know I can do the voice. Block videos.
Yogi, why don't you admit it? We're lost.
Boo boo, buddy. We just misplaced our cave. That's
Boo boo, buddy. We just misplaced our cave. That's it. I got the shotgun. You got the briefcase. All in the game, though. I guess Yogi coming. A Yogi coming. Well, I ain't never put my gun on no civilian. I guess a man must have a code. Indeed. Fuck, I need that shit. Oh, dude, I fucking need that shit. Fuck, I need that shit. Oh my god, bro. Wish my dad loved me, but I'm gonna ride this horse instead. Bro, like, can't you kind of like feel that though? Don't you feel empathy for that feeling, you know? Whole life's falling apart. I don't know who to trust. The internet's full of fake images. But what if I had a horse I could ride? I feel that loneliness. I feel that isolation is art in its way. We're all the Western fantasy anime. I need to see a super cowboy defend a ranch from a war band of goblins. Japan's making all of it, dude. They just will not make cartoons in America. His reading level is going off the charts. Watch out. I think this one has a dictionary. And is he reaching for a thesaurus? Go to sleep. No, you shush. You go to bed. Bug. No whining. No whining babies. No whining babies. Fine. Oh, you want a treat, don't you? I'm a bad dog owner. Hold on. Should I give the dog a treat, chat? I'm going to do it before you guys can ever respond. You're on a delay. You don't even know that shit. Bug. Can you get up? Can you get on screen? Where is it? Where is it? Right here. Get it, Bug. Come on. Everyone wants to see your face. Come on. You got to fight it. You got to fight me for it. Come on. Come on. Oh, fuck. You got it. Fucking stinker. Roger Corman is high art. What you talking about? I just wrote a 7-page essay on a 70s B movie nobody remembers, and I fucking love that movie, even though it's like a 5. That's how it is, man. That is how it is. One of the great parts of like becoming an adult is rediscovering something you liked as a child and realizing it wasn't good. And the next step from that is embracing your love for it anyway. Trying to return to serendipity. I feel like differentiating between high and low art is incredibly pointless. Anyone who uses this phrase is clearly just classifying based off an arbitrary personal opinion. I mean, it's a good way to compliment some stuff. And sometimes it's a good way to segregate things based on like how much effort you want to put into like enjoying it. You know what I mean? But I think a lot of times the best art is simultaneously high and low at the same time. It can be both. You know, you can have like a really like gripping, insightful drama and stuff, and then throw your dick and fart jokes in there as well so that people can kind of laugh along. Somebody read The Host and wanted to make it a show but less Mormon. I've never read The Host. I don't watch any of that Stephanie Meyer shit. I've never read any of it. I don't think it's a matter of what, it's just people searching for ways to feel superior as well as regurgitating what others used to put down what they like. I mean, why do you think that's different than what lefties do? That's any Has-Been Hotel episode. Like, if you think about it, think about that fucking putting down other people for their incorrect behaviors and adopting a false or in your just any sense of superiority based on being like morally correct, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And see if you can't actually just immediately find that in most of the fucking those like left-wing slop type shows. Giant chunks of fucking Steven Universe. You know, Has-Been Hotel, very preachy. I mean, how many movies that are like, you're like, oh, this is great lefty stuff. And then it's like, what happened? Like, well, you know, the fucking Catholic or the evangelical Christian people are clearly bad and they have a clearly bad way of doing things. And all of these homosexuals and non-conforming upstarts, despite what you may see on the surface as being having a few issues, they have hearts of gold down low, and they can always seem to solve problems by talk their way out of it. We could resort to violence, and if we do, we have to. Well, actually, if you see other shows, it's like, well, this person is a bigot. Like, you're like, oh, fuck, did some fucking lefty with colored hair make this one? Yep. You look that profile picture up, like, okay, this dude's getting fucking murdered. This dude's gonna get murdered, and everyone is gonna laugh. Like, okay. I'm not judging. I'm literally telling you I'm not judging, because both ways, I'm saying it's fine. You just have to give other people your due too. Don't think that just because you see something in other people's media that you don't have it exist in yours as well, and it's not essentially the same thing. You're just giving it a pass because it appeals to you. Married with Children was self-aware about people craving low-grade programming. People need their psycho dad type shows. No American living in America should be a fan of Bad and Banana. Dude actually wants to make sure life gets bad for Americans. I mean, he wants life to get bad for everybody. He doesn't care. He doesn't care about shit. Fleshlight Stim Abuser has been accusing me of running alts and arguing with random people for days. I have 0 alt accounts. They just dropped a picnic basket from the window of an RV for him. Yes. But is approaching being a Lolcow as well, by the way. He seems washed. He's definitely probably cut himself off from a giant chunk of audience, but I think he doesn't care. I think he's gambling that there's going to be just more genocide, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. America is bad, and there's a lot of America bad content. The one thing that could really, the things that would fuck him most are Venezuela getting better, Cuba getting better, and if Iran ends with America winning and like Iranian people coming out and being like, we're glad that the fucking regime is gone, he's gonna get himself put in a position where, you know, he's got no wins, so to say, for like new individuals. All of his old fans will still cope with him, kind of deal. But I think like the big thing is that he might actually be in like small amounts of danger if he continues down, because he's saying some fucking crazy shit. And I think what's probably going to happen is one of his fans, it's going to be him or it's going to be Hasan. One of their fans, maybe a co-fan of both of them, is going to do fucking terrorism because they keep fucking articulating it. And it's not going to be during an administration that's going to be like, well, we're going to handle this reasonably. And they're going to end up getting fucking free protein shakes and Gitmo. Mostly lefties with a purpose and will to live too, because goddamn, I mean, true. Yeah, answer to male loneliness. All in all, was playing RDR2 obsessively. I mean, there's a reason people play games like Red Dead Redemption and shit and do role play and stuff. And it's not because they're like exceptionally fucking happy where they are in life. Shit Americans Say is one of my favorite America bad cope subreddits. I don't even know what happens. I might look at something like that for entertainment. I wouldn't care about the opposite direction at all. I just wouldn't. Shit non-Americans say. I already don't listen. Why the fuck would I start now? I feel like if it just got on a horse instinct, she would know how to ride it. I know that vibe. Cope is Reddit's comfort food. Spectre is haunting this live chat. The Spectre of Mauice Landlord based. Having a loyal animal by your side is a really great feeling. Pretty universal. Yes. Have you watched any Mike Myers shit? Like like groovy, baby. No, I haven't seen any of his stuff since The Love Guru, like 12, 15 years ago. High effort ship testings, the will run. George Lucas' work is an excellent mix of high and low art. I agree with that. Is Mugenics high or low art? I don't know. It's a video game, so if it's a good video game, it's both. I always get a good chuckle out when I read Dune's dick and fart jokes. Dune's version of dick and fart jokes are like pointless action scenes that barely even exist in the actual books. There's no such thing as punching down. Everyone you attack is getting attacked because you believe you're superior to them in some way. Your slop is not better slop. It's true. I remember when Movie Bob was soying out over the Kingsman scene where the crazy Christians were murdered. There you go. Oh, Red Dead is exquisite. Hassan would probably just say he condemns terrorism if it happened, even though he's clearly supported it. Well, it's him saying he wants to condemn it, which you would have to do, but they're going to hang it on him is going to be the issue, and it's not going to be hard to do. Okay, there's two more. Did I share those? Oh, yeah. I got to share the rest of this fucking flesh simulator art that I've been supposed to show off for a while now. So there's this. This is Wazowski. I could squash you like a bug. I can't even. God damn, that's fucking fire, bro. God damn. Oh. I don't know what it is about the way that he fucking dolled himself up in this one, but like his eyes did look like they were going in two different directions, and his fucking mouth was just like fat and open the entire time. He's so grimy. As a matter of fact, I have to tell you guys this. I had my wife watch the video before I put it online, like right today earlier, and it starts with Flesh Simulator, and she never would have seen any of his content up until now. She's never seen him before. He flashed on screen, and she went, ew. Like, she just came in here. She sits on my lap because I don't have two chairs. Like, you want to watch this with me? Like, fresh off of export. She's like, all right, fine. She comes in. She goes, ugh. It's not to like be nice to me. Like, oh, wow, you did a good job. She was like, why the fuck is he on here? his divine light is severed. Dude, if I end up getting to the fucking Cruelty Squad video, I should switch out severed light with this. Oh man. And then this one's from Kill Mickey Mouse, also pretty fucking solid. God. Everyone captured the two different direction eyes. I like, what in the fuck? He was talking past the camera while sitting way too close to it. Yeah, I didn't know if it was like a thing. I was gonna try to shoot a video the way he does, but it's a lot of wide angle. I don't know if he just has like a 35 millimeter that he's just like obsessed with or something that he's always shooting through, but he does have a tendency to shoot very fucking close. Whereas I'm like, I would rather just look good. So 2 lights, 50 millimeter or an 85 and distance. Thank you. God damn. Where are these posted? I need a print. That would be that's a good time to plug the Discord. We have a Discord. Join the West Side Discord. The message is always in the episode description down below. Ask before you repost any art from the server. It's an artist's server. Thank you, Big Boy Sloan, for the 16 consecutive VOD gang Big Boy Sloan, planned, VOD gang, total time 16. I don't know how to say that in a clever way. Amp is going to get curbed by some drugged out driver. I mean, probably. Have you seen the Afro Man lawsuit recordings yet? Yes, I have, Impure. They're fucking amazing. Cleared me, dude. I can't believe I had to drop a song today against that. Linda's Adox super chat at $5. There's a guy I play CS2 with. That's profile picture is his mugshot and his phone number and address is in his bio. Fuck yes. Old school motherfuckers, dude. Me Mawbell repulsed by Bug Squisher. No. Oh, my wife, I thought you were calling me Meemaw. I was like, come on. He moderates his own subreddit, has been mass deleting everything, but it's still turned against him completely. Fuck yes. Share the video. Share the fucking video. Now I'm going to have to is it this week or next week? My wife's going out of town, so I just got a new drawing pad. I haven't plugged it in yet because I haven't gotten to plug my new drawing pad and in fuck with it, but I got this guy. XP Pen, whatever. Artist Pro 16. Look, this is... Oh, there you guys go. Exploitable. I'm planning on doing some stuff. I wonder if I have time, if I should... Because I'm trying to figure out what to do on stream, because I want to do like one of my fucking epic, endless, super long, 10 people watching type deals. One of the things I want to do for the marathon stream is make a cartoon real quick, a little comedy one. I did a skit like a week and a half ago about Critical Role, and I think I could knock the entire thing out in a single sitting. So I want to try that. I swear it said Autist Pro 16. It did. Okay. I got to move on to some segments now that I've been talking for 2.5 hours straight. Wumbo Jim and 6 others. Wumbo. I Wumbo, you Wumbo, he, she, it, Wumbo. Dude, the Flesh Simulator haters have assembled and they are aggressive. There's too many funny ones, which is always bad. Sometimes you see a hate community like getting together and you're like, oh, that person's going to make it. I like Ethan Klein. I knew Ethan Klein was going to make it because his snarker community is not funny. Justified, sure. Are there no funny people in it? No. But the like greater Ethan Klein snark sphere is riddled with unfunny people, right? Which is, you're going to make it. I think fucking Flesh Simulator's too niche and attracted too many like comedians. Because I keep reading shit on Twitter and I'm like chuckling. It's not good. It's not good just because I don't like the guy, which I don't really care too much about him personally. Like favorably or unfavorably. If he stopped being weird, I would never fuck with him again. You know what I mean? Like it's not like I didn't take it personally, but like it's not looking good. There's some pretty funny shit happening. I've been attacked by communities and they didn't have anyone funny, and it's just you eat them alive. You're done. Get rocked. These motherfuckers are dedicated. Critical Role roast upcoming. Yes. Art stream that I won't be watching, but listening to while I fold laundry. Yes. Flesh Sim vid outro song is crazy. Is it Tyler on the vocals? It is. That shit took me fucking forever. All day yesterday, basically. I was on so many fucking takes. I guess other people spend like months and months on songs, you know what I mean? But I was just like, I know what I want to do and I have a deadline, so I have to get it done. Basically, like, woke up today, no gym, came in here straight. I had most of the stems recorded and I spent most of the day mixing, but I had to put in all of the extra like fucking with it, fucking with it, fucking with it, fucking with it, fucking with it. All that shit in there. I can't even remember how I said. That's not even written down. June wanted to know the lyrics. Sorry. Give me a second. Lolcow Simulator. Tommy's on drugs. There we go. Okay, the lyrics, because I wasn't about to write fucking an entire epic. Oh, I didn't even. Yeah, I might as well delete that. That's not even in it. So I don't pop it, push it, grind it, smoke it, freebase on it, deface on it, grind it, bag it, roll it, toke it, see God in it, fucking with it, hide it, ride it, sniff it, snort it, get reported, stay distorted, find it, time it, cut it, line it, be God with it, fucking with it, be God with it, fucking with it, be God with it, fucking 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 with it. And then the main is Tommy's on drugs, bugging out in the alley. Daddy's working, setting bugs. Tommy's on drugs, Xanny bars and gasoline. Pay him and he'll give a fuck. Tommy's on drugs, emo till he get the nut, suck a dick, pull a rug. Tommy's on drugs, paperclip, readoption, promethazine, only hugs. Save document, save. The other part was like a middle bit. I ended up I cut it out because there was too many fucking lyrics, because I was reading those parts that the rest of it is me reading his tweets, which if I end up making like a little music video for it will come across more obviously. So I just cut it out and I just went instead. Shout out fucking MC Ride, wherever you are. Rewatched the Shoe on Head VOD. Almost forgot how weird Shoe's video was. Legit I went to the NPUSA and made friends for like, yeah. She was like, dude, I've been hanging out with all these fucking Nazis. They're so cool. They like me. Yeah, because you're fucking white. No boof it. Lame. Yeah. It wouldn't work. That was in a chunk of it for a second. But it didn't. The oof didn't work. Like flow wise. It just oof it. Couldn't fit it in there. This is lad tier lyricism. I'm gonna say thank you or fuck you, whichever one is appropriate. What I waited the whole stream for. Give me the whole dang thing. Thank you, bars. Great vid, people. Thank you very much. Neutral. Chaotic for the $20. What the fuck did I almost not read your name? Got distracted. Wife Tyler going, oh, he is screaming again. Dude, the delivery is markedly close to ride. LMAO. It was like I was trying to do it my own voice, like, but the way he goes from the bottom of his throat is the only way to make it sound right. Like he's on it. Like there's other parts I was going like, oh, and I couldn't do it. And I'm like, and like I was like, oh, that's fucking it, dude. And so like the more I tried to sound not like the way he would do it, because it's kind of what I was thinking of when I was making the song, was like a fucking Death Grip song. The fucking worse it sounded. It sounded like I was being a pussy about it, really, right? I mean, I know it's still my own voice. I don't sound exactly like the guy. But like, that is how to do it. It's just how to do it. It's not even necessarily like, it's like, if you ever heard death metal, there's a way to like kind of go about singing death metal. People will have different voices, but you always end up with that sort of like vibe. Whatever Death Grips really is as a genre, the way MC Ride vocalizes is the only way to approach it. Anything else, for like any deviation from it whatsoever, from like basically coming from the back of your throat, if you don't come from all the way from the back and use all of the air in your lungs when you're doing it, it doesn't sound right. You got to go all the way to the back. That's what I was doing. Just everything from diaphragm, back of the throat, like saying it like this, all the way in the back. Fucking with it, fucking with it, fucking with it, fucking with it. Like, that's the only way to make the tone and like the air mix with your like vocal tone like sound right. Everything else just sounds like cartoonish. It's crazy. It's like, it does not work. It doesn't matter what pitch you go to. It doesn't matter higher, lower, none of it. You have to just all the way from the back of your throat, all the way. And then once you go from there, all the way from the back, you're fine. You can do anything, but like that resonance has to happen or it doesn't sound good. Like, dude, it's like flipping a switch. Germa catching strays. What happened to Germa? The underlighting palette is really working here. It's grotesque and honest. That kind of be. Oh, you guys talk about it? Yes. Ever since upgrading to XP Pen, I can never go back to Wacom. Dude, I moved from like the shittiest, cheapest Wacom to like XP Pen, and it was night and day, even just then. Tommy on Drugs, EP when. I got another one that's like that, about Archcast. It's the one. Have you guys ever? I've probably played this once or twice for you. I've got to record this at some point. And now I'm feeling like I can do it. But I did not have to make it for a video, so I didn't end up. Yeah. The song title is "I Am Crazy, I Will Kill You." But it's this. Come on, hit play. What the fuck? There you go. Fucking love that song, dude. I can hear the lyrics, but you can't because they're in my head. Flesh Sims audience is gonna be a short love, long divorce kind of Lolcow. I think that's the case. I think it's probably the same with me because I felt let down by him. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, I like your shit, and then you did the most avoidable fucking L, and then you were a little bitch about it, which is like why I dislike him. You know, just don't do fucking racism and shit. Cut it the fuck out. Wife Tyler is screaming again. Oh yeah, dude. I was I think some of you guys probably heard this from the thing, or I was doing the first recording yesterday, and I mean I'm standing up with my like this mic. I can't sing into a fucking condenser. It just does not sound right. Dynamic mic is the only way to go. And I'm bouncing up fucking Tommy's on drugs. Tommy's on drugs. And I'm like, oh, I'm looking at the lyrics here, right, on my fucking screen to the right, and like monitoring my levels a little bit with my left eye and kind of just vibing the fuck out. I am belting. The reason I'm not trying to even sing any of this is because I have to go very high volume. This will blow out. and it's loud. While I'm doing this, our mailman walks by. He can for sure fucking hear me through the window. And he just looks at me like this. It just keeps going, dude. I'm like, ah! Yelling at the fucking direct eye contact. Ah, 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 ah. Fucking vaporize me. Oh my God. Please post the lyrics. I need the Genius page. Can I put something on a Genius? I wonder. Protracted people's war against the auto mod. I don't know how to fix that. Are you showing up here? User info. Account age less than a day. I don't know if I can just stop the modding. I can't turn the modding thing off. Good example of singing without proper care and technique is Meatloaf. He ruined his voice by giving his all without proper technique for many years. That shit fucking worked though, you know? Maybe you just gotta burn both sides of the candle. Pull down from your diaphragm and just fucking scream. It's primal and it fills you. Okay. We're at 37.5K. Oh, did I get some subs off this? I haven't been paying any attention to the numbers. I hope it gets big. I gotta make fun of Hassan because I promised. I have to do it because every time I fuck with one of these side communities, dude, people are just like, you're a gigantic Hasan Piker fan. I'm like, I'm not a fan of anyone but me. Never forget that. Dude, that shit like is the funniest part of this video too. Like, how just thinking of fucking Flesh Simulator, fucking Tommy's up in the middle of the fucking night pacing around thinking about this stranger he thinks he knows inside out, and he's like, I'm gonna build a monument to your failures, and it's a fucking like GeoCities grade website for Hasan Piker. Mostly Noah has cost Hasan Piker X amount of izzat. Like, bro, how did you bring another guy into this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why can't you just stay focused on your own enemy? It's crazy. Like, there's a deep level of like projection that's very bad for you as well, because it kind of is like you're bragging in your communities that you're like above this fucking parasocial shit. But you're doing it. You know what I mean? Like, if you think that some other person is living their entire life for this person, but you're only assuming that because you already have this like pre-existing relationship with them in your head that's not two-sided, so you can't ask them if it's the case or not, or even wouldn't, then like you are the parasocial person. Like, you're the fan. You're a fucking fan, bro. Sounds like a build-up for a boss fight video. Yes. I don't know where the hell. Do the daily art challenges, Tyler. I have too many other things to do. Also, I can't do it with my drawing pad yet. It's not even open remotely. Also, it's monument to your sins. I want to get this man in front of the yellow screen. Oh, put me on fucking on Genius. So can you do your next thing? I got to do the... Tommy's on drugs. Tommy's on drugs. Ending alley, bugging out. Daddy's working, playing bugs. So yeah, this lyric was about how Tommy Gant, the Flesh Simulator, is a drug addict, and how he would be in an alley high, bugging out, as they say, and then his dad, who was a fed, would be working, planting bugs, which are like listening devices, because he is a fed. How about this next lyric? What is it? Pay him and he'll give a fuck. So this lyric, yeah, I was saying that basically Flesh Simulator is an emotional and spiritual prostitute. And if you want him to care about anything, you could probably just pay him to do it. And then he would do it. Oh my God. Are you a Hasan fan or a Destiny fan? I'm the most beautiful man in Kentucky. Was a god tier response. But you couldn't take it. Are we live watching the Flesh Simulator release here, or should I watch it first? We watched it 2 hours ago. You're 2 hours late. I think the Son mention thing was a blatant attention grab attempt. Notice he started tagging Asmongold's too. Maybe. I think that's cope after the fact. I think he came to, and he's so deep in it now. You can't back off of it. That's the biggest L. If he deletes it, if he walks back on it, fucking Mauice Landlord is unequivocal victory. If he deletes that video, it's a victory for Mauice Landlord and associated parties who are fucking with him right now. Like, that's it. Yeah, that's over. So now he's got to like pretend it's not cringe, which he could do if nobody made a whole video and it gets big about how cringe it is. It's like, what's the worst thing I could probably say about this video? Incredibly lame and actually kind of gay. It's true though. But I think now he's got to try to flip it. If he's talking to any of the people that are in that like sphere, I mean, if he's getting any advice from like Sam Hyde or Sam Hyde adjacent, they're just going to tell him like, you got to own it. That's your life now. That is your whole life is now pretending that this video is the best idea ever, no matter what, until people get bored of it and stop talking to you. Make sure that you don't freak out while you're incessantly promoting it. Because he has to. If he backs up off of it, if he stops saying that it was a good idea, then it becomes a bad idea, then it was an L, and that's like everything. He put it all in. Like, if I was doing it and I made that same whole thing basically, but I cut out the like theater kid shit. I didn't cover myself in fake blood. I didn't do the "you are fucked for life." I told you I was going to old boy you. No tears. The no tears is fucking awesome, bro. No tears. His fucking eyeballs going in 2 different directions. Dude, it's like fucking champagne. Ambrosia. Nectar of the fucking gods. I can't even. You can't go in. That's such. You're putting your own izzat, your own clout is being put down on that video, right? And like, you're going all in against nobody. Maybe they get it back, but like, you can't ever have anyone call that bet, and you can't if my video gets big or if someone else's video gets really big, and then like, you know, if that makes it all the way to like, what's his name? Charlie, Penguin Zero type. If normie fucking drama people get a hold of that and go, what is this? What even is this? Okay, I mean, I've seen a lot of cringe in my life, but this really takes the cake. Whatever the fuck. Like, that might be, I would say it's going to be fairly career ending. There's nothing about, the thing is Flesh Simulator is a fence straddler too. So he tries to have like a lefty connection. He's trying to sell stuff, and there's ways that he behaves that you have to be a lefty to sell out, right? You can't be fucking playing dress up and shit and then be a right winger, right? You can't do any gay shit. You can't have fun. Maybe Sam Hyde can, but like, you got to be at his level to do it, and you have to have been around for a bit. Everybody else just wears suits and sits around and talks about boring shit. That's it. So you're not in that world, right? So you got to be like fun. Well, you can't be fun, that's for the other side of things. It's kind of in the same, he's basically in the literal same position as Shadiversity. Different personality, but like Shad's audience is going to be fairly mixed with a lot of lefties and shit, and a lot of like people who are not necessarily like politically left, but are like very sympathetic towards progressive, surface issues like not saying slurs or just being performatively mean to minorities. You know what I mean? So like, those people, once they see it, they won't support someone who says the N-word. They will not support someone who does racism and bigotry and stuff, because there's already so many people to support. Why not cut them out? And you also never know these days, once one of those people goes in that direction, if you're just gonna wake up one day and they fucking flash bomb you with a fucking raw Mormon propaganda or whatever. I think he's gonna be fucked. What does he mean by old boy you? Like the manga? He's gonna hit someone with a hammer. He explains it in detail. He means the whole story of old boy, like get you to do incest, which comes up. It's another thing. He means the whole old boy. I'm going to old boy you. He describes. He goes, now I'm not gonna necessarily make you have sex incest. Here's the thing. There's also just other versions of like the Mr. Revenge. There's 3 of those movies. There's a lot of revenge stories out there. He just chose the one yet again where there's like child abuse, incest is a major subplot. Like the whole thing of Old Boy is the dad is convinced accidentally to have sex with his own daughter because this guy puppet masters them. So there's a deep, profound, and creepy sexual undercurrent. It's because the guy only does it because he was doing incest with his sister, and then they got made fun of it for it, and then his sister killed herself. So like you can't, Flesh Simulator is never more than a degree of separation away from like, so why did you Photoshop yourself into a person's childhood bedroom, or at least what you thought was that? Like, he meant that, and then he has to clarify in the video, well, I don't mean that I'm going to make you do any incest. I'm just going to make you, that's the whole thing. Like, I'm going to create a monument to your sins or whatever the fuck. Like, bro, what? I like it. He's just like, oh man, I'm pissed at this person. Then his first thought goes to incest. fucking goddamn flesh simulator, which is his name gets weirder. You know, for like a person that's not trans, for his name to be Flesh Simulator, I don't know. See, because it's not, that is definitely not a good name for a trans person. No trans person would ever think to call themselves Flesh Simulator for any reason. It would be the worst possible. It would be a nonsensical name for a person who is trans or even trans questioning to ever even like have just pop into their mind unbidden. Would be the phrase Flesh Simulator. A phrase that no trans person could have an immediate mental connection to or go, that feels oddly familiar. Why does that have some sort of connection to my past and growth as a person? Very odd. Second channel, Flesh Emulator. Just, just a thing that no one would ever even think to call themselves or be concerned with if they were trans. Just a thing that would just is a normal, everyday kind of good, creepy name for any situation. Definitely not connected whatsoever to a person who is not trans. God damn it, bro. I watched this video when it first came out. I was like, okay, this is some weird terminally online Twitter shit that I had no clue about. Then I checked out after the Hasan site and his racist spiel. I mean, there wasn't much left after that. The last words of that part where it's like mind magic, I say like that. And he's like, I don't even know what the fuck he's talking about at the end. He's like, what? How are these two things similar? What, airplane and a bug? He says that airplanes have exoskeletons, which is crazy because airplanes have frames. They have skeletons. Like, airplanes just have skeletons. And the airplanes outside is connected to them, right? Like an armadillo has armor, but it still has a skeleton. Like just because there's a heart, like a tortoise has a skeleton, even though it also has a shell. Planes have skin over frames. It's kind of why they can stay flying, even though they get shot. Like, he says that, and then he says some other gibberish, and then it's like, a bug. You can only see inside a bug if it's in a crystal. Bro. I think the only crystal you need to worry about is what you've been fucking spending your paycheck on. Back in my day, I would hear people say, I'm going to spit on your grave. Quick question. You mentioned Nebula and Sam Hyde. What's the connection between them? I tried to Google it and couldn't find anything. Nebula is a paid site for bread tubers who are leftist, and they advertise their nebulas all the time. Sam Hyde is very, very right wing, and he has MDE, $million Extreme.tv, where he hosts his little shows and fucking Fish Tank Live and all that shit. Flesh Simulator was working for or alongside, however you want to say it, MDE.tv, the same way that bread tubers work alongside Nebula, which is posting YouTube videos and then linking out to other Nebula content that is not part of it. However, his whole thing was raw just a fucking advertisement, 10-minute preview for a large amount of content that was only available on MDE. Typically, Nebula creators put additional shit or like leftover stuff or completely unreleased episodes about things that could never be on YouTube. It's very rare, or at least it hasn't happened that I've seen any of the creators that I've seen on Nebula, where they have only like the first 10% of a video on YouTube and then say you've got to go to Nebula and buy the rest of it, and it's over. Generally because they believe in the message and want to get it across. But you never read Airframe by Michael Crichton, or just heard the word airframe? I actually do need lore. What's up with Sam Hyde? I hear about him, but I want to hear somebody yap about who the fuck he is. Sam Hyde is right wing, as fuck. Fork founding kitchen moment over here, but I seriously only knew him as a nebulous person. It's reasonable. I would say that's not entirely unreasonable. He was on Cartoon Network for a while with a show that had, like, you know, if you looked into it, it was a little fucking racist and whatnot, but still not too much more offensive than any other Cartoon Network product, essentially, of the era. He was basically like an internet weirdo, right? He would make like intentionally cringe anti-comedy videos, very much in the vein of Tim and Eric, great show, good job, whatever the fuck that is. Unwatchable dreck as far as I'm concerned, but people love it. It's free real estate. That fucking meme. He made anti-comedy stuff like that and like lampooned internet caricatures and like being a YouTuber. He popped off with something called the 2015 $1 million whatever paradigm, right? Paradigm shift 2023 or something. I can't remember. Paradigm shift. Essentially, in the mid-early 2010s, there were these things called TED Talks, which you may have heard from cringe fucking lefties saying, "Thanks for coming to my TED Talk." This was it's an acronym for something, whatever TED is. And then they started having TEDx, which are like off-brand things. They were a lecture series from rando fucks that wanted to sell books online. It's very obvious now. They're basically commercials for people that were selling books, smattered in with some people who just randomly wanted to talk and try to gain some celebrity or had something to say. You get Neil deGrasse Tyson from TED Talks, essentially. And so these TED people would go up and they would talk about horse shit. And if you were my age, I think me and Sam Hyde are almost exactly the same age. Around that time, it's like, dude, I'm fucking sick of these TED Talks. Because you had TED Talks and then you had TEDx. So TEDx has the aesthetics of TED, but none of the quality control. So you have people that are going up and shilling like fucking crypto schemes before we knew what crypto schemes were. A lot of the ones that were catching on during Gamergate were people that would be like, you could be fat and be beautiful, blah, blah, blah. And be like this like unattractive fat person talking about how they were actually attractive, but you had to see with your heart and not your eyes type shit, which is cringe. It's just cringe. You can be that, but it's just like cringe to watch. Like, okay, I'm literally watching you not do the thing you're talking about. You also start getting like the fucking Gamergate people that are disliked from that era. So I don't know who the fuck it might have been. I would guarantee you Brianna Wu was on one of those. But yeah, you start getting that. I think fucking what's her name too? Hoop earrings. Anita Sarkeesian. You know, they would get up and do those things. And there was like things that looked like TED Talks that weren't. And so it was horrible fucking content. And it was preachy and it was self-righteous. And it was like, please clap, grade, commentary, right? What Sam Hyde did was basically end it. Unironically, I think it was the end. It was the 2020 paradigm shift, or 2015, 2007, 2017 paradigm shift. And he put on a plastic breastplate, Roman armor breastplate from like Party City, and some other stupid clothes. And he walked around panting, sweating, gesticulating, and talking shit about a paradigm shift. So there's going to be a paradigm shift. What you need to understand is 5 years, 6 years, 10 years, 25 years, 26 years, 20 years. What is not going to be anymore, and what was will no longer be. Millions of dollars will be made. Millions of dollars will be lost. Some of that money could be yours. None of it will be mine. Some of it will be mine. Like just gibberish. Clearly off the top of his head, but with like 5 or 6 like return concepts that he kept going back to. 17 minutes, he kept this fucking audience like held down. It was insanely long. I have not watched the entirety of it. Oh, sweet cheek, bitter cheek, cheek. Thank you. And it was this whole fucking thing, right? And that went hyper viral, right? When I was around, maybe other people haven't seen it, but it was like huge for a minute because everyone's like, yeah, man, fuck TED Talks. Like even this jackass can get up here and do all this stuff. And he parlayed that into a show on Adult Swim called $1 Million Extreme, right? Meta World Peace, right? Meta World Peace is a guy's name, but this is also something like whatever. I think it was Meta World Peace. Something World Peace. I can't fucking remember. But it was a sketch comedy show that was very successful. As I recall, it was very successful. But Sam Hyde is a Nazi. He just is. He might have been less of a Nazi then and more just edgy and then just evolved into full Nazism after the fact. But this is like fucking Gamergate precursor era in my mind where this timeline goes. And I mean, he was like they got canceled. And he was pissed about it. He was calling into the Tim and Eric podcast or Tim Heidecker's podcast or whatever, or Eric, whose name no one knows the last name of. Can't remember. Calling into their podcast, like freaking the fuck out. And then everyone's like, wow, dude, Sam Hyde's gone. 4chan's TV board loves Sam Hyde. They fucking love him. He is great for reaction images. Like, you can't beat that fact. He's got like literally 10 years of reaction images. There's a whole series of memes behind him. Now, during this, there's all sorts of like accusations and shit that arose about him being a pedophile. Fucking Sam Hyde's into trans people. Sam Hyde's gay. Sam Hyde's secretly Jewish. Sam Hyde's this. And you never know unless you look all the way into it. And I don't trust, a lot of lefties have told me they have. And then I'm like, but did you? And they're like, well, someone did. And I just read that. I'm like, no, you can't do that. There's the one thing he fucking loves doing. The one thing Sam Hyde loves fucking doing is running a scam. He will run a fucking scam, a scheme, a ruse, and go all the way with it. Because that's his thing. And that's his fucking people's favorite thing to do is him just running some fucking game. Make shit up, embarrass himself. Like really like the Sam Hyde like brand can be encapsulated by the one photo of him forcing all the blood into his face so that he's absolutely hideous and he looks like he's about to pop. That is his thing. So anytime you're like, oh, he's embarrassed himself, he looks bad, he looks ugly, like you don't know 100% unless you can find yourself all the way to the bottom of the fucking hay pile whether or not he's the one that stacked it there. He's all about that shit. I mean, you look at him, Aaron Matei, I think his name is. I can't remember. The guy that fucking snuck on stage during the Elder Scrolls, not Elder Scrolls, Elden Ring. Thank you, sweet cheeks. The guy that snuck on stage during the Elden Ring thing is like, oh, I won the podcast. It's me. Thank you, everybody. We won. That guy. Sam Hyde was on his show and fucking obliterated him, like by just basically he paid like 20 or 40 homeless people to come in and like stand around and slowly but surely walk over and over again into the studio until it was completely filled because it was like absurd. The only person that's fucking taken an absolute chunk out of Sam Hyde is fucking Harlan Williams, who is on a tier above most normal fucking even like working comedians. He's not someone that you would trifle with if you were like you know, a fucking Hollywood A-lister. Like Harlan Williams came up with Tom Green. You know what I mean? Like they were doing this shit before I think some of us were even born, and they were doing it in Canada. You know what I mean? Like it's insane. And so like he got fucking knocked out by him. But like during this whole thing, yeah, there's all this stuff that pops up about Sam Hyde. He's never faced charges that I know. He's surrounded by all these things, yada yada. He loves bad press because the more he looks like a bad guy and the more people set themselves up to blame him for shit he didn't do, the more reinforced his core audience gets around him. Now he has a series of media properties. There's still the $1 Million Extreme is what it was, $1 Million Extreme. No, what the fuck? I can't remember. I don't know. Somebody, but either way, he has the MDE properties, right? Which is Fish Tank Live, which is basically Big Brother, but with YouTube offshoot people, right? And it's actually very fucking entertaining. It is one of the weirdest, most inventive shows out there. You can bet on stocks and shit. People are taking out stocks on the people that are on the show. You can pay to have them tortured, basically. A flesh simulator will eventually end up with a like, hey, every time somebody makes a $100 donation, I'm going to be electrocuted in my balls. And like, that's going to be his life if things get worse. And then he's got his own boxing camp and stuff because he's Jason Goldstriker, right? That whole fucking thing. And so right now he is someone who has a net worth of between $50 and $50 million. Nobody knows. He has a series of maybe successful, maybe unsuccessful media properties. He's being sued by everybody and nobody. He is on the run from the police for pedophilia charges and also trying to help catch the real pedophile. He is the one-armed man that shot fucking Harrison Ford's wife. And he just has people around him that just do this shit all the time. Like, notoriously, iDubbbz's entire fucking new arc of existence came into being because Sam Hyde fucking slapped him right in the fucking dick and just destroyed him. iDubbbz was from the edgy era of the internet, but iDubbbz is like a fucking sideshow. iDubbbz is not like from 4chan, so to say. Like he's not built for that. iDubbbz is like some fucking California rich kid or some shit. I don't know where the fuck he comes from, but he just doesn't got it. He doesn't got it. He made some good videos. I didn't watch most of his shit because it was dog shit content. I don't give a fuck about bad unboxing or Kickstarter, whatever the fuck Kickstarter shit. I was there to watch him fucking roast Leafy because Leafy is a gross little fucking manlet and has an ugly chin. I love that shit. Make fun of Keemstar. Tell me he's fucking short. Tell me he's short and his beard is stupid. Yes! Violence. Yes! I like it. That's what I wanted. And then I got no more of that and then fucking iDubbbz quit because he said the N-word or something. He made his comeback video and he was going to go and get into some sort of bitch fight with fucking Sam Hyde, right? Sam Hyde was pissed about some other stuff too and this creator clash nonsense, yada, yada, yada. They do a show together and iDubbbz did not understand who Sam Hyde was, which if you know anything about this world that Sam Hyde exists in, he's very 4chan adjacent. 4chan, ED, fucking old school shit, pre-Kiwi Farms, CWC Chan fucking wiki, that world, which is either you do irony poisoning or you win or you go, but once you're in, you have to go and you have to be on your toes and expect some horse shit. And also, if you're going to go and talk to somebody who has the most notorious record of being a massive troll, especially if you're trying to do straightforward entertainment, Sam is going to fuck with you. Sam Hyde will fuck with you. He will fuck with you. That's the point, right? And so the only way to play in that world is to either yes and or no but. You have to play the game, and iDubbbz didn't have it. iDubbbz was baffled. He was confused. He was trying to like hide inside of his own audience while the filming's ongoing. And Sam Hyde and his fucking crew of people just treated iDubbbz like a absolute sideshow act. Like it was just comical. It was horse shit. Like he was so fucking unprepared, which is in its own way disrespectful because it means that you were showing up not knowing anything about it. You didn't do your research, so you didn't respect the alley you were walking into before you got fucking stoned out. Basically, that fucking changed iDubbbz's entire life. His entire fucking life changed from there. It's insane. That was the beginning of the end for his boxing tournaments and shit. He got ass mad at fucking Sam Hyde cut Froggy fresh from the fight for no fucking good reason. I still think that shit was stupid. I mean, it's his decision to make. Stupid decision. The fight card got destroyed. And so like that whole thing fucking fell apart. And then you have the like content nuke, post nuke iDubbbz like a year later. And now iDubbbz is just on a completely different bent. Like what might probably happen to Flesh Simulator getting fucking ejected from any right side or left wing side audience members, that happened to fucking iDubbbz from his right wing. And you can say like he doesn't care or anything, and that's fine. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But that shit, like he got one weight out of there. And Sam Hyde was the beginning of it because he exposed the worst thing to expose about iDubbbz, which is iDubbbz isn't funny. iDubbbz is funny when he can do potty mouth piss boy shit, right? Sometimes he can get a joke off. Everybody can get a joke off if they try hard enough, but he's not funny. He can't hang. And that's the most important thing. You say a lot about Sam Hyde. He seems like he can fucking hang. He tried to get on fucking Harlan Williams. Didn't fucking work. But he can hang when it comes to fucking improv, riffing, and all that sort of shit. iDubbbz can't. If iDubbbz can't hang and iDubbbz isn't naturally funny, then iDubbbz's entire fucking career is based on just being edgy, and he can't be edgy anymore via blah, 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 blah. He discovered empathy shit. iDubbbz is fake. iDubbbz is trash. Fuck iDubbbz. And like, that's the whole thing that got put together. And then all through the Ethan Klein was just basically fucking iDubbbz confirming that to his fan base and them all going like, fuck you. And then realizing like, oh shit, you actually can't really build another fan base off of this. I mean, they stream and shit, but essentially if you look at iDubbbz from the outside, his career is fucking toast. He's done. He's dead. You know what I mean? Like I don't have any personal stake in this. I didn't watch his content. I didn't think he was particularly funny. I like Joji's music better than anything from that kind of crew, you know, Filthy Frank's era. I like Joji's music better than anything that came out of there, and I wouldn't put that shit past a like 6 out of 10 on its best day. With all due respect, I've listened to the Pink Man LP. My life is a constant sign of fear and misery. Do you miss me anymore? Seeing iDubbbz torn down sucked. I don't think Hasan could ever take Sam Hyde down either. Well, I mean, he bitched out. That was such a good gamble on Sam Hyde's part. Because Sam Hyde's not like, people talking about like he's the best boxer of all time or something. Like he's just like pushing 40 and chubby. I think he probably does some roids. He probably practices boxing. That's fucking based. I don't. I probably lose. But I still fight him. Do you know what I mean? Because you got to fight the guy. Like him. That was an indelible. He permanently changed my opinion of Hasan in that moment because you take that fight. If a Nazi or someone especially that you're calling a Nazi challenges you to a fight and your whole shtick is calling people bitches and saying like, dude, you would never, bro. You would never even say that to my fucking face. I exercise. I'm 6'4". You know, these people wouldn't say anything like that to me. But like Sam Hyde's like 6'6", I think. He's big as fuck. I think he's like slightly taller than me. It doesn't matter if you lose. You still gotta go out there and fucking scrap. You know what I mean? A man challenges you to a fight and you fucking ever have said, ever, like, I could scrap. Dude, you wouldn't say that to my face shit. You've got to get out there and get it. And especially if you're like a political person who's like, dude, someone's got to do something about these Nazis. Like, you have one chance to do one thing about a Nazi one time and you didn't take it. Over. So I don't have any fucking respect for Hasan. It's literally because of the Sam Hyde thing. Everything else kind of came after that. Most of it would be like, okay, take it or leave it, forgivable. But still, like the cornerstone of my dislike for Hasan, and I've returned to this a million times, is that he didn't fight Sam Hyde. There is no excuse. I don't care to hear anyone's little fucking girl version of the world where you don't fight that person and it's excusable. I respect that you are that kind of person. I'm not, and no one that matters is. Shut the fuck up. If someone fucking asks you to fight, and they are your fucking spiritual opponent, right? And you are remotely the same age and in shape like that, you go fight them. You have to take that fight. You have to take that fight. iDubbbz is a bitch, a pussy for not taking that fight from dad. Die. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all of his marital issues. I don't give a shit his career. I don't care about it funny or not. I wish evil on iDubbbz because he didn't accept that fight from dad. Not my dad, the guy, Nathan, whatever his name is, dad. He didn't take that fight, and he should have. That's reasonable. It's in the same clout range, same, I think, roughly right around the same physical size, and there's a grievance there, and it would be good content. You have to take that fight. You have to, especially if you're a fighter. You're a fighter. He's a fighter. You have a fucking boxing fucking promotion. You talk about conflict all the time. You're not like two, art YouTubers who are both out of shape and just like talked a little shit one time. You guys talk about fighting. You talk about, you don't have what it takes to get out there. You're paying money to learn how to punch people and all that nonsense, right? You gotta fucking get out. You gotta do it. You have to do it. If someone does it, when I go up, I'm like almost 40. I'll probably get injured. But if there's like some stupid fucking celebrity boxing fight, I'm going to have to take it. I have to. The only one I probably would turn down is like jujitsu MMA shit, because I don't know enough about it and I don't want my fucking knee to get exploded. But I would say, like, can we just box instead? I don't care if I lose. But like, I talk shit. If fucking, Sean Strickland would fuck me up. He's a professional fighter. But if he was like, yo, you're a fucking bitch, blah, 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 would you step in a line? I would step in a ring with him. I'd have to. I have to take that licking. I don't care. You share videos of me getting knocked out, but you get in that ring. Do you understand that? Sneeko got in a ring with Sean Strickland. Because he knew it was the right thing to do. He talks shit. He's got to get in that fucking ring. He's got to take his fucking licks. That's part of being a fucking man. When you start fucking talking about the size of your body and you start doing testosterone shit and talking about fighting, when you get called out, you got to fucking do it. You've got to go. He fought Sean Strickland, professional fighter. Hassan won't even get in the fucking ring with a guy who was completely gassed by the end of round 1 and won on points against a guy who couldn't raise his arms for the last round and a half. Like you're not in danger. Like Sam Hyde could in a perfect situation, he'd probably kill you. Perfect situation. But if you can just moderately defend yourself, like hide with your arms, no one that is not at a triple A tier, professional heavyweight level fighter is gonna fucking like kill you with one hit or break your fucking jaw. Like, if you get slept, it's gonna be because you have no fucking neck muscles. You know what I mean? You got to get out there and you have to fight. Left a comment on your Flesh Simulator vid. Too long didn't read. He features some actual obvious misinfo in his over 300K view video about Jeffrey Epstein's Spotify. I didn't do anything to correct it when I told him bad stuff. Are you the guy that's been, are you the great debunker? He still does. Flesh Simulator has, I think it's like a rotating cast of 3 debunkers, but one of them is like Flesh Simulator's main debunker, right? You're going to get debunked. I'm putting on my debunk hat. I've got my debunk shirt on, which I don't mind. I just find it very funny. Debunkers are the fucking best. Thank you for the fucking $100 Australian, by the way, Duck Noodle. Jesus Christ. I just realized you gave me $100. Thank you. Bitch. Will you be releasing this on vinyl? If we put a vinyl album together, it'll have to be a whole thing. It'll have to be good songs. I could, but the minimum price for vinyl is $1,200. For $500, I remember looking at this because I was like, "Oh, neat. How much?" Oh, okay. I would, but I have to have a massive Kickstarter to do it. So I need to be like 100K minimum subs. So hit subscribe, share these videos, okay? And I'll put out some more music. Also, that one time, iDubbbz went out to his friends with the cold ones and giving serious kicked pup energy the whole time he was there. Oh, but I was saying, yeah, the fucking Flesh Simulator. Flesh Simulator is apparently wrong in his videos all the time. I don't particularly care about it because, like I said in my video, I don't have a stake in it. I have so limited time to do stuff that I'm usually focused on whatever I'm passionate about. So, yes, I will crawl up inside Hutch's bullshit because hyperfixation. Anything else, I'll just go like, okay, big if true. So most of Flesh Simulator's videos, I just like, whoop, oh, that seems neat. If that's the case, then that's the case. But even then, sometimes some of his stuff, I was like, what? I remember it was something about Oh yeah, the way that bullets land. When he was talking about the Las Vegas shooting, I was like, does he not know how guns work? Because bullets do go down. Do you know what I mean? Like he was talking about like, oh, this couldn't happen. Bullets couldn't do this because of X. And it's like, no, they go like this. They go in this. It's called a ballistic arc. Fuck you talking about, bro? As someone who's seen 3 iDubbbz videos, his newer efforts have done little to make me want to make that 4. I mean, yeah, it's I think the same amount. You think Hyde does roids? Think? I mean, maybe. What the fuck is Sam Hyde's deal? I'm unemployed, so I don't know. Oh, I'm employed. Okay, I was like, yeah, it's the wrong way. Max Mofo and Fat Guy channel's pretty good. Oh yeah, but like Flesh Simulator has like one dedicated debunker in chief, and then like 2 additional debunkers who are like on his shit, and it's apparently like causing him like deep amounts of stress and like torment. These fucking randos are like, I don't know if you know this, but at minute 3 and 02, and you said that the color of the badges worn by airport security personnel in 1972 were red. They were actually a mauve color. You might want to correct that. They'll hit him with like 15 of those, and then like also like, but also the core conceit of your video, and we'll arrive there now, that this happened, which you said it happened, occurred in 1976, when in fact these activities occurred between 1978, as you'll see me referring to report 182934, and 1984, as you can see from report 19876. And if you look to the bottom of that report, you'll see that it was signed by the person you said died in 1975. That is Greg Arias Fisher. You can see his signature there and his official seal. Oh, fucking see little fucking dots of sweat starting on the top of Flesh Simulators, and they take forever to get down as he watches this shit, losing his mind. Oh. I like the old iDubbbz and feel like he had the potential to slowly transition away from the edginess, but he just nosedived into being a whiny loser. I don't know if he ever could have. I think that was his content type. I think he had to like stick with it. Because I don't know what he's not doing anything else. You know what I mean? Like the pivot should have involved a new thing happening. Hassan was in the same room as Sam Altman, and it was the screenplay Slave Play that called that freak a Nazi to his face. What? This might be a take you and I have, but for the general public, Hassan not doing it is so much more forgettable than him getting beat up. It's lame as fuck, but for a grifter like Hassan, it makes total sense. Yes. Dad probably would have whooped him, but yeah, you have to take that. You do. I mean, it's no big to get your ass kicked. I think that's the thing too. That's what really stands out. I don't know too much about Sam Hyde. He might have come from a good background, but I know he's from like some shithole part of like Delaware or something. Even if he can't, he looks like a guy that can take a hit and probably has. Like somebody's rocked him a few times in his life. You know what I mean? Like he just doesn't have that fucking cushion. But you can tell when these guys are like, I don't want to take a hit at all. I've lost fights. I've been knocked fucking unconscious. I got kicked in the face once while getting fucking rocked. It's not good. I woke up like that. Blood on my face. You know what I mean? I've had my shit. I've been fucked up. Knots all over my head, black eyes. You know what I'm saying? I got all my teeth, lucky, but I've been fucked up. I have been fucked up, and I'll get fucked up. I don't give a shit anymore. Like I'll like whatever. You punch me, you gotta hit me more than once, or you gotta hit me real well. You gotta have. It's gotta be a new world. Like, oh fuck, I've never experienced. Okay, you're better than everyone that's come before you. You know what I mean? To like really like, oh, change up my life and shit. But these guys that haven't been hit before, I think is really what it is. Or they just can't take an ass whipping. You know what I mean? They've only lost once, and like it hurt them so bad that, you know, it's like, hey, every time you get knocked down, you get back up. And then they had to do that once, and they're like, what do you mean that happens to people every day? Tyler fighting Shad, sword versus stick would be hilarious. I'm telling you, dude, just give me fucking trash can armor. He can have whatever the fuck he wants. Warhand, I don't give a fuck. Just give me enough that my skin's covered, and I just want fists. It's gonna be like one of them little mollusks, right? That get fucking dug into. It's gonna be me on top of him, pump, 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 pump. Just wailing on it while he watches that visor get closer and closer to his fucking eye. Dun, 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 dun. Imagine becoming right wing because another lefty annoyed you, dude. That's the fakest shit ever. Fleshton made that why I didn't leave the left vid like 6 months ago. He immediately leaves. I like Fleshton's video in like an aesthetic sense. I don't take what he says seriously though. I mean, no, it kind of comes and goes out of my head. No, I'm not too involved. He just talked about a fake playlist with that one Oingo Boingo song and others. Gravity. Oh, do you need the rest of the Flesh Sim Las Vegas videos? They didn't convince me at all. No, I'm good. Are you going to make a song for Hutch as well? I mean, I make songs all the time. I don't know if it's going to have any lyrics to it. We'll see. Oh, shit. I'm the Tyler Debunker. No, the Tyler Debunker is officially my fucking head mod, Drime. Drime got my ass on some shit I've been saying wrong for like decades about crossbows and armor. Rocked me. I had to put out a whole fucking correction. Why is he uploading videos to the internet if any lever of negative interaction causes him so much damage? Because he's got the gene. That's it. Every public transit creator has like 1 million of these debunker types. Yes. Can we get someone to animate Tyler's presidential ghost segment, please? I fucking forgot about that. As a middle school when iDubbbz was big, and yeah, it makes sense. iDubbbz fucking content cops. Getting KO'd isn't even that bad. You go out before you feel it. I think they're more afraid of the shots that land, but they don't KO. They just hurt like a bitch. I think they're all afraid of like the picture of you when you're like, you get slept, you know? they're deathly terrified of that, like where you're like this. You start coming back too. Is the way Flesh Simulator talks a side effect of the benzo addiction? I have no idea. I couldn't tell you the first thing. Benzos is like too fucking middle class for where I'm from. Fuckers buy shit. Getting the pill pre-assembled is crazy if you're from where I'm from. I break the pill up into powder and then snort it. I don't just, make pills out of magic shit from the internet. Everybody where I'm from is either like on methamphetamine or just smokes weed like a normal person because they have a job. I work in landscaping, weed and cocaine. I worked in landscaping, weed and methamphetamine. Okay, I got to cover this because it's very funny. And I haven't actually watched the whole thing yet, but I'm excited about it. So Hasan Piker is a guy on the internet. And Hasan, I've been saying this for a while, that Hasan's reputation is dog shit to normies. People believe, erroneously, I might add, that Hasan is somehow a conduit from right-wing extremism or unmotivated centrist thought into radical leftism, and that is the stupidest thing I've ever heard. I say it all the time, and I really have to hammer it home. He's barely even an actual American. He was an anchor baby, which I don't mind in a general sense, but he was not raised here. He's not from America until college. He came back to America because that's when you have to do your mandatory service in Turkey, where he was raised. He was raised in Turkey, which makes him not like me. I have a deep connection to this country and the proprieties and norms, I think, really, of this country. So when I want to talk to somebody, you know what I mean? Like, and kind of capture that universal American spirit to convince them of something, I can, because we both possess that universal American spirit. Regardless of right or left, I can have a conversation with another American as an American. Whereas a wealthy Turk who was raised outside of the country and then returned to the country to work for another wealthy Turk who was his uncle and then immediately transitioned into a multi-million-dollar streaming career has nothing to say to an American about America. I don't know how to make that make sense. There's nothing about the entirety of Hasan's life that is palatable even to most Americans outside of, I wouldn't mind also having money. I don't know why it is that you have it. He doesn't share Americans' understanding of high school and public education. He doesn't understand growing up during the 9/11 era because he was in Turkey. He doesn't understand working a day in his life at all normally. So even a working Turkish person doesn't even understand his life. And he's from California, which is a state that is considerably not like almost every other state in America. He has never lived in this country, really. He just hasn't. And for some reason, his fans and sycophants ignore this about him all the time. That's mostly important because all of the things where he thinks that could connect, his political motivations, his desire to like convince people about whatever, fucking universal health care and the 4-hour work week or whatever it is he's talking about. And again, no one's going to pay attention to him about that because there's no one I've known in my life that has anything to hear from Hasan Piker about it. It doesn't matter if it's right. He's just not the person to deliver it because he's not like us. Not like us, literally. You're a Turk from Turkey. You were raised there. You were born in Jersey and then vanished across the sea, which is crazy. Before your parents paid for you to come back across the sea and go to college in a foreign land, and then you became an entertainer for working for you're nothing like me. You're nothing like me. Keep telling that story to people and it will take you your entire life and you'll probably never have someone who's like, oh yeah, that's just like my cousin did that. It's an alien existence. And that really does matter. It really does matter. Me, I can talk to a right winger about anything. It doesn't matter, right? We can disagree, et cetera, et cetera. But if someone's like, yo, you've never worked a day in your life, like calm down. I've had like 20 fucking jobs. Okay. Like, I've done tons of different shit. You want to talk about fucking hanging drywall? I've hung drywall. You want to talk about working in the back of a fucking restaurant, fucking back of house at a restaurant? I've done that. I've taken out trash. I've washed toilets. I've sat on fucking night security detail and I was in the military. I'm a stakeholder in America. When I talk about America, I talk about America because I don't have a boat to go anywhere else. This is my country. So the thing about Hasan and his fans where they don't get is with that gone, all that precedes Hasan are the negative aspects of his reputation. There is nothing to talk to him about. It's pointless. He's just a talking head. It's like, imagine a CNN person, how already unlikable that individual would be. If you're at a party, would you want to go talk to fucking Tucker Carlson? No. If you were at a party, would you want to go and talk to fucking, maybe Anderson Cooper, but like, if Rachel, what's her name? No, because they're like random, they're news people. And especially if you're a celebrity, right? You have to be extraordinarily cautious about who you talk to. Okay. So being interested in his politics thing is going to be so fucking niche. You have to already be a fan because he's got nothing. What is he going to talk to you about? You know what I mean? And he's in amongst his people at this point, at least. And so the only thing that's going to precede you is going to be the most negative aspects of your reputation. And for Hasan, those negative aspects far outstripe any of the positives because he doesn't get it. People say he's got too many fucking foreigners in his audience that like try to convince him otherwise. In America, we love dogs. If anyone ever suggests you did a bad thing to a dog in America, you need to disprove it immediately because Americans love dogs. I don't give a fuck where you're from if that's not the case. Fuck you. Oh, you like this or that kind of person more than a dog? Yes. I would kill all of you, the entirety of the earth, and return it to the dogs tomorrow if there was a button to press. I would do pro-dog genocide against all people. Okay? Watch yourself. Don't give me power. Watch yourself. Like, people don't get that. And because he has so many foreigners and he's always trying to appeal to like basically this like Chinese propaganda slice of life audience and, horny upper middle class fucking reprobates who live indoors, he doesn't get that will precede him by far. And like people's press secretaries and shit, even if they're fans, they're going to be like, hey, I like him. He does have a drama right now. He electrocuted his dog. Like, really? Like, yeah, he uses a shock collar on his dog. Okay, yeah, we're good. Like, or even just like, there's kind of a rumor that he used a shock collar on his dog and there's video. Okay, yeah, we're not talking to him. And that's it. That's it. That's all it took. He would know that if he was from here. That's the thing. He's not American. He isn't. He plays a good American on TV, but he's not American. He doesn't know that. He was not raised here. And he does not want to assimilate. He wants to do whatever the fuck comes to his mind because he's a rich kid from another country who treats my nation like a playground. That's it. He's just a tourist. He's like a tourist with a permanent visa. I hate him for that because it's kind of gross. You should hate Americans that treat your country like that too. Please throw them into the ocean, watch them drown, video it. I will laugh. People of Barcelona, rise up against Americans. I don't give a fuck. It's so fucking insulting. And he doesn't get it. And so like this whole thing came out where he went to some stupid fucking Oscar party dressed as a Japanese middle schooler. And there was a blind item, which is like was it Vanity Fair or one? Either way, blind items are just gossip column things, but from like very trustworthy people, right? So like essentially you have all these publicists for these rich motherfuckers that talk, and it's kind of how you complain about someone as another famous person in order to get them to hear it. So like the blind items aren't kind of light. It's kind of like you've committed a social faux pas of some sort, right? They don't necessarily name you, but they describe you in a way where you could be named. And sometimes they'll describe who is making it, or the suggestion will be like, oh, so that's who that was. And so it's like, you know, the blind item, you know, a certain celebrity, a certain Australian celebrity recently made a very powerful religious biopic, was you know, drunk and boisterous and apparently quite offensive to a gentleman from like Milan at a party the other weekend, possibly destroying any chance of them working together in the future. And it's like, okay, we put that together. Mel Gibson got shit-faced and fucked with this like Milanese director, and they were getting ready actually to work on something, and now that's probably fucking over, and this is how he's finding out. That's what the blind items are. They're like ancient Hollywood shit. The whole dog shocking thing seems like a lifetime ago. Crazy to think how fast people moved on. I don't think anybody's really moved on from that. Everyone's still talking about it like every other fucking day. The news cycle in general did, but no. I'm pretty sure he said before his family's descended from like regional Ottoman governors. He's a fucking Ottoman. Oh my God. Okay, but this is him reacting to it and people making fun of him.
Do you see you're part of an Oscar
Hold on, that's fucking really quiet. Let me...
blind item? There's no way that's not a meme, right? What the fuck is an Oscar blind item? They say
That's a crazy... That he lives in California. He's so weird. He knows nothing about this country. He doesn't even like, how does he not even know things about fucking Hollywood? That's basic Hollywood shit. His entire accident, or his entire existence, is a fucking accident. I swear to God.
Do you see you're part of an Oscar blind item? There's no way that's not a meme, right? What the fuck is an Oscar blind item? They said you killed your dog? Wait, what do you mean? But my dog is alive. Blind item, speaking of people not liked, no one could understand how the dog abuser, probable dog killer podcaster got an invite to the magazine party.
That's so shady. I'll read it for you real quick. Blind item number 23 Oscars. Speaking of people not liked, no one could understand how the dog abuser / probable dog killer podcaster got an invite to the magazine party. Oh my God, that's fucking funny. So yeah, that's what blind items always fucking look for. Always fucking look like. So right now there has been rumors that Kaya has been fucking gotten rid of, right? Killed as possible. I don't know. But basically he's moved his camera, as you can see, right? So the dog, where the dog bed isn't there anymore. I don't know or care if it's true because I've got other things to look at. I'm currently hunting for Hutch, so. And then Flesh Simulator took over my fucking entire last like 5 days. But the rumor is now, and it's what I suspect. I was like, well, Kaya is too much of a fucking liability, and if Kaya keeps getting up and touching him, and he can't electrocute the dog with the collar anymore, then he's eventually going to get rid of the dog. When the drama dies down, he's going to fucking rehome the dog, just like any other rich cunt fucking YouTuber from California. It's just same thing that the fucking Paul brothers did with the pig. They dropped it off on the side of the road. He doesn't care about dogs. It's a fucking object. It's literally only there for entertainment. So once it becomes a liability, he's probably gonna get rid of it somehow. So now the fucking camera's changed. Probably other people thought the same thing. I don't have any proof that it happened. If the dog's still there, it's still there. But like, that's the rumor going around now, is that he moved it so that you can't see that the dog's not there anymore because he's gonna get rid of the dog, which is very, very funny. Very, very funny.
What does that mean? Bro, is bullshit stop getting faked? Yeah, it was. Everyone was like, boo, I can't believe this guy is here. Anonymous gossip that people are wondering who invited the streamer who may or may not kill his dog. Yeah, I wonder if it was anonymous blind item or if it was
Seiju.
sent from Tel Aviv.
Oh, yes. You understand, no one could ever not like me. It must have been the Jew. He can't fucking help himself. He can't fuck. I knew it, dude. Yeah, Tel Aviv. Tel Aviv is so mad at Hasan Piker specifically that they planted a fucking blind item. Not even directly naming him. Dude, these pernicious Jews, they are everywhere. The Jew is sneaky and the Jew is everywhere. You cannot escape the Jew no matter how much you try. Oh my God, dude. Oh my fucking God, that's funny. I think it's a reference to his previous dog that he also abused on camera, the pit bull. Oh, I fucking forgot. Yeah, the dog that he was pulling the tail of. Yeah. Fuck, that's funny, bro.
It means you killed fish? Oh, nice. Gross. Blind items can be submitted by literally anyone. They're trash. Yeah. I need you to start taking medication for ADHD, big dog.
Oh, speaking of that, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but fucking Taylor Lorenz is now blaming the Jews for losing her job at WAPO. Actually, what happened was some Zionist, some fucking Jew New York or National Public Radio reporter. Some Zionist National Public Radio reporter just lied about me and cost me my job. Those Jews are everywhere. Once you name the Jew, you can find the Jew, and you find that the Jews, like fairy dust, can be sprinkled on anything to solve any problem. They are truly the most universal of troublemakers. Jesus Christ.
Blind items are random people who suggest they have info 99% of the time. They're just clowns who imagine things. Yeah.
Scapegoat 2520. The $4.99. Thank you. Hassan Stalin portrait wiping his dog from existence is crazy.
This is the 23 blind items. 23 blind items.
That just happened to play. It looked like it skipped.
Blind item number 23. Speaking of people not liked, no one could understand why.
The other funny thing is that the blind item like that is also, it's like when Cell Sword Arts made a video and was just like, if I was a sword YouTuber, I would try to get in shape and do sword stuff all the time so that I would be good at it. And I would try to practice only what I preach. And that could be about anybody. And fucking Shadowversity's like, I represent that remark. I appreciate when Hassan and his fan base see, oh, there was an unlikable person that maybe killed or tortured a dog was invited to a magazine party for the Oscars. They're probably talking about you. They didn't say names, but they did say a dog was murdered or electrocuted and that the person was unlikable. I think it was a Jew, and I think they were talking about you. Fucking awesome. Didn't she lose her job a while ago?
Drive around shooting dogs?
A year.
I imagine animal abuse. Dude, Hassan Parker got invited to the Vanity Fair party. He allegedly has a 15-year-old prostitute in Berlin too. That's just completely made up.
Read the rest of them. Why are those ones getting skipped over? What did they say?
The guy who runs that site is a Ethan Klein dick rider. Very weird. Yeah, it's just like anywhere my name is mentioned, there's like a barrage of fake bullshit. Harvey Weinstein leaning over his cellmate. You hear about his dog? Yeah. Yeah, I'm the biggest villain in Hollywood, famously.
I like it's like a deluge of bullshit, but it's like the same 5 things over and over again, and 4 of them he did do. And one of them he was just a little weirdly connected to. Like going to the brothel was weird. It was. You gotta take a hit on that. You were paying for sex, which is cringe. You know what I mean? That couldn't be me. Couldn't be me. Never had to do that. I didn't have to get rich first so that I could be attractive. I was born pretty. No, I just joined the Marines and started working out. Fucking Hasan, man. Like what else do people say about you? It's you're a fucking terrorist. You are. You engage in terrorism. You fucking just do. Whether you said 9/11, America deserved 9/11, you did that. You were happy about it. That you're cringe, you're a liar, you are both of those things. Like, there's very few things that are said about Hasan that are not accurate. You can tell because usually when you say them about him, his fans call you a Jew. It's pretty reliable. It's fucking right wingers. Hey, man, I don't think that you should fuck with those trans people. Okay, Jew. All right. I think Hasan should stop blatantly lying and getting caught for it. It's pretty fucking embarrassing, and it kind of defeats his messaging. Okay, why don't you? That's Jew. Those are Jew facts. Jew. You say Zionist, I'm not gonna fuck with it. They can't even do the like wholeheartedly do the like you are the one that's conflating Zionism with Judaism, because now they've just started saying that like any synagogue that's ever been like, I think Israel is okay and I like that it exists because I'm afraid of being pogromed. Like, well, this Jew is clearly a fucking Zionist, which means they gotta fucking go. If I could just put all of you on a fucking train to somewhere. God damn.
Sorry, Hasan, is seeing all this worth for your health? I mean, it doesn't fucking matter.
Came to this channel because
someone wanted to talk
video.
shit.
Seen the Lolcow
Who gives a
emulator
fuck?
video,
Art,
showed
you
me I
bought
was
a
in
car?
bubble.
You
I'm trying to break that guy's bubble. I don't think that people should not know that he does the N-word stuff.
fucking leased a Porsche? How dare you? Socialism but rich. That's fucked up. You're an anti-Semitic terrorist, is what they said.
It's true.
For 2 years, 3 years. I mean, I'll take dog abuser over anti-Semitic terrorist. I'll be honest. I mean, one is like, you know, I feel like it's, if people are going to lie on.
What? I would be called, this is like, dude, you're not from here. I would be called an anti-Semitic terrorist well before I was ever called a dog abuser. Like, that's, you want to hear, like, I'm an American just like everybody else. And then he's just like, I think I would be called, I would be called an anti-Semitic terrorist before I was ever called a dog abuser. I don't know anyone that would agree. I don't know. It's like Hitler's love of dogs is his only potentially redeeming trait. It's like, okay, well, you know, even Hitler liked dogs. It's a thing that we say. Oh my God, dude. Like, who says that? He is not remotely an American. Like, there is no attempt to fit in. It's so fucking... He is just a simulacrum of like a series of traits that somebody attached to a human vessel and sent out into the world. It's like the world's worst fucking art fucking piece. I would much rather be called an animal abuser than a anti-Semitic terrorist. I mean... If you went to a synagogue, they would go like, oh, you shouldn't be called a dog abuser. They would go like, that's fucking, dude, Jesus. such a weird thing to say. Why are you? He's fucking adding them up. He's just trying to put them together in his head. He's like, I don't know what do people prioritize in this country? All of America likes dogs. And I don't care how foreigners care about dogs because they don't live here. And I do. I have my dog. He's right here. Look, it's Bug. Hi, buddy. You're a good boy. I love dogs. We like dogs in this country. If you're not in this country, you don't have to like dogs. I don't give a fuck because you're there. I'm not going to tell you should have to like dogs where you are. I'm just going to think it's weird you don't. But we like dogs in America. We like dogs and we love horses. You don't ever fuck with a dog or a horse no matter what. That's how you can have a Nazi do 1,000 Nazi things, and if you want to show people that they are an unredeemable demon, you have them hurt a dog or a horse. And then people will be like, I need that person to die before the end of this movie. You have to go. What happened? Well, he got off a horse, and then he shot the horse. That motherfucker got to die. I want him dead. I want his family dead. That's just how it doesn't matter. It's a cultural thing. It's ingrained. It's so weird. So weird to say. It's not on the table. Like, that's the thing, is it's not even a decision. Like, you get me and Nazis in a room, and we would all, the one thing that we would have, like, anybody that hurts a dog has got to go. And, like, they'd all be fine. And then, like, one of them would say, I don't know about that. And then that guy would get ostracized from the Nazi group. Because it's just, they're not involved in this. You're talking about people conflicts, and then animals are animals. You got to be nice to them because they can't fuck around. Look at this. You can't even see him. He's just stupid as fuck. He's a stupid, sweet idiot. He loves his life. I'm nice to my dog because my dog doesn't have any choice on earth about who owns him. He's just lucky as fuck. It happened to be me, and I'm nice to him. He's my favorite little guy. Look at you. You're old boy. You're not on camera, but you're a sweetheart, and your breath stinks. Dog. Right? All of the things that are my problems with people are problems between me and people. You know what I mean? You don't have to choose. Dogs don't have a political affiliation. They are animals. You're just be good to animals. Animals that have unfortunately been bred to rely on us should be extra be nice to. Do you know what I mean? It's just it's that easy. You're done. No more conversations to be had. It's over. It's so fucking weird, man. They killed John Wick's dog, and I had no issues watching the blood death through the rest of the movie. Yeah. Okay, what, Hasan Piker is going to watch fucking John Wick and not understand John Wick's motivation. That is how not an American he is. Right? There's like people I call un-American. Like I call Charlie Kirk is un-American. He's still an American, but he's very un-American. I mean, he's dead now, but he was un-American when he was alive. Because of his like disbelief, but like he arrived there from a point. Hasan has just never been an American. He has never really lived here. And it's all of him. He does not get it whatsoever. This is all he's an alien in an alien land, just alone in a pod that he has to stay in to probably keep himself protected from the sheer pressure of all of the America around him. I go out into America all the time. I don't want to stream for 8 hours a day because I love where I live. I live in Kentucky. Everyone's like, that sucks. Dude, it's beautiful. I drove to the grocery store, and you go like out into the country a little bit just to get to a grocery store here sometimes. And I did. And there's big fields, and sometimes you get to see a horse. I fucking love it. You ever seen just a horse standing in the sunlight, fucking majestic as shit, eating some stuff, taking a shit? I don't give a fuck. Like a fucking horse. Sometimes if the horse looks in your direction, and sometimes it feels like it looks at you, and you go, oh, I have been blessed by the horse. It has gazed upon me. Yes. I love that shit. I live for that shit. I fucking love this country. I know it's fucking dog shit to some of y'all, and you don't like it, and you're not from here, whatever. I don't care. I'm from here. I love this fucking country. I love it. I'll talk to anybody. I don't know if I can go to a Publix. Oh, you all like milk? You fuck with milk? Yeah. Would you ever hurt a dog? Dude, why would you even ask me that? I'll fuck you up. Like, yeah, see? I'm in America. Fucking Hasan's over here like he can't quite quantify the difference between the Jew and the dog. Like he's really weighing it out. Like, oh, well, fucking Jews and dogs. Which do I really hate more? When Hasan has to consider both the Jew and the dog. He's like,
You're an anti-Semitic terrorist, is what they said for 2 years, 3 years. I mean,
they're
I'll
still saying
take
it.
dog abuser over anti-Semitic terrorist. I'll be honest. I mean, one is like, you know, I feel like it's, if people are going to lie on my name, I'd rather have them assume that I'm like abusing dogs than a fucking terrorist. It's not as bad, I think. It's still unconscionable.
He doesn't know. This is so, dude, this is how I know he wasn't raised here. This is the kind of shit you would probably got into a fight talking about in like a lunchroom in the 2nd grade. What would you rather be? 9/11 terrorist or kick dogs? I would rather be, I don't want to pick. I don't want to be either. They're both bad. You have to pick one. No, I don't. Start wailing on each other over chocolate milk. Like, goddamn.
Well, it's a gross smear, but you got to choose one over the other. I'll choose one.
Why does he still lie about the shot collar thing? Because it's a new reality that he's established for his community, and that's it. He has to lie for forever about it. He could have told the truth. There's people that love dogs. They just don't understand that the shot collar is not good for them. But they still love dogs. They love them. They treat their dog really good other than that. And it's like a religious like disorder almost. Where it's like, no, dude, it's bad. You got to stop with the shot collar with the dog. Okay, fine. What are you talking about? Like eating cats and dogs was a rallying cry? Was it? I mean, it's horrible. Tyler loving horses, yet not playing the horsey game for Mox. Dude, I ain't got time for all these extra games, okay? I think the horse game was like $20 too, so what the fuck? Get your ass kicked in the lunchroom. It's true. What time is it? 6:55. It's about time to wrap this up. Oh, I gotta give the rabbit a treat. And I don't have the camera active the way I want it to. Okay, let's see. You guys ready? Not you. You are not a rabbit. Stop trying to get in there. We're hunting for bunnies. Yeah. Oh. Over here. Come on. Where is it? You can't pick it up. It's rolling. Oh no, sweet cheek. Oh no, there it is. You poor little toothless boy. There you go. Eat it in front of the thing. I don't have any more treats for you. You already got your. You're the worst. Have any more treats? I don't have any. I don't have some treats for you. Bad dog, you're gonna have to go get it. Come on. You have to go get it. See? Go get it, bud. Give you a kick. Oh, come on. You're never gonna eat it for the people where they can see? Fucking prima donna animals, bro. Bunny booty. There he goes. There he goes. Absolute fucking travesty. These goddamn animals killing me here. Killing me. Oh, that was a good stream. I hope you guys enjoyed it. After a hard day at work, I enjoyed this. Thank you. Worship of the Olympians. Super chat, 10 Canadian dollars. What if I like cats more than dogs? It's incorrect, but fine. Rabbits are the superior animal. Even Buck knows. Dog emote win. If you guys remind me on stream when I do some art stream stuff, I will try to draw one, okay? I drew one before, I didn't like it. Hassan's fallout with Ethan was the only reason that Ethan something. Does Ethan still have any fans from his H3 days? Oh yeah, most of his fans are from the H3 days. They don't give a shit. A lot of them don't mind his like iniquities at all. Like they're just that's not a bad exit conversation. There's probably a bunch of Ethan's former fans. I mean, I'm a former Ethan fan from H3, but there's very little about his behavior now that's considerably worse to me for like watching someone's content. Because I watch a bunch of fucking Zionist dipshits and whatever the fuck. If their content's good, I'll still probably watch it. I won't support them, but you know, I'll look at stuff here and there. Racists, bigots, morons, whatever. You know, I look at all kinds of different stuff because honestly, those are just my tastes. I have to take in stuff from everybody. It's how I find things to fucking talk about, usually. But like Ethan Klein's content fell apart during the fucking H3 podcast. Early days. That shit sucks. I think the H3 podcast is bad content, honestly. Other people don't. And people get like hooked on to watching the same shit again and again and again. I think he's probably got a pretty substantial amount of viewers from the original days that probably stuck with him through thick and thin. And just don't give a shit. You probably every time you see some snark off bullshit happening, people are like, I'm a former fan, ex-fan, etc., etc., etc. But like, I think really, if you can tolerate the H3 podcast, you're probably addicted to it, unironically. I also think that there's a lot of people who discount hate watching, right? Which is fine. Like, a lot of what I'm talking about would be, for even me, considered hate watching, right? Like, I'm going to watch this person. I don't like them. I don't even necessarily like their content, but I enjoy the feeling of disliking their content as I experience it. And I think a lot of the H3 viewers are probably that too. Probably a substantial amount of hate watchers or guilty pleasure watchers or dislike watchers, because he's so large. You know, I have hate watchers, literally. I mean, we have, like 350 concurrents or something like that, this fucking stream. I'd say probably like 10, 15 of them are probably hate watchers, right? Which is like 10 or 15 bonus people that shouldn't be watching, but are gonna watch because they're mad at me, right? I got one guy fucking fucked his whole career up. He still gets fucking subs to my channel. It's amazing. Like, he gets gifted subs all the whole time. It's unreal. When you extrapolate that out to millions of people, millions and millions of people over years, there's probably tons of people that just watch that show to watch Ethan and Hila fail. And that's it. And that's hundreds, thousands maybe of people. And when you go out to like the clips and stuff, it could be even higher. When you hit a certain level of like size, your fandom no longer is people that just like you. And it doesn't take long to get to that point. And the more like all over the place you are, the more it becomes so, right? I don't think that H3 has made good content in years, but I don't think good content is why people watch them. I think it's to see Ethan make mistakes. I think it's maybe to see Ethan pull himself out of yet another fucking quagmire. I think it's to see rich people beat fucking poor people at stupid games. I think it's because some people think that they're part of his family. You know what I mean? Like in a crazy way, or even just a like, you know, it feels like I turn him on every day because I've turned him on every day for 15 years. And then there's probably a pretty sizable amount of people, you know, 40% or so, that are just like, this is great content. And that's fine. You know what I'm saying? no real like judgment. I don't get it, but it is what it is. I'm glad I found you. This community is chill. Might be the only Discord I ever joined. So thanks, Tyler, in chat. Yes, it takes a little bit of work, but it is good. It's a good community. I stand by it. RIP steak in the boot era. What the fuck does that mean? Never understood how Ethan got so big. He made the vaping video, then a bunch of reaction videos. I don't see the appeal. Oh, vaping was the end of it. That was the end of it. Way end of it. He was just one of the only people making like structured comedic YouTube videos at the time for a little while, like one of the few people, and it kind of caught on. He had some like early viral stuff. Most of what the H3H3 podcast is now is what he was doing back then, which is reacting to popular content and then sometimes actually talking with those content creators. So, Vape Nation was the very end of that, essentially. Like the Matt Haas lawsuit was like pretty much then it was over, right? And they switched to the podcast because it was too difficult to make all those kind of things, and the podcast was like routine, and they could just turn cameras on, talk, and then leave and have the rest of their day to themselves. The old ones, like they had to go out in downtown LA. Like he would walk around and do shit, but they would react to like prank YouTubers. If you guys remember the YouTube prank meta from the early mid 2010s, he was in fights with Philip DeFranco all the time. I don't know if you guys remember that. That was great. Philip DeFranco used to be pissed at Ethan Klein all the time because Ethan Klein would call him fat. And I didn't realize that Philip DeFranco was actually very, very overweight. Like, but he just hit it really well. Now he's got a whole, like his neck went in. I was like, oh my God. And Philip DeFranco actually did have like 200 pounds to lose. And Ethan Klein was like the only one who knew, I guess, because they're all out there in California together, and he would just eat him alive about it. Whatever. And they would get into spats. But yeah, the whole Ethan Bradbury and kissing pranks and fucking frozen Elsa poop in the fridge, pizza shit, and then the whole Matt Haas lawsuit. Vape Nation was actually not a particularly like big video. That was just about like people smoking vapes and stuff. It just happened to be at the end of it. And then that was kind of like the last big one. Because he tried to build the biggest vape of all time or whatever. It had like 1,000 batteries in it. And it was a gag, but that was kind of, that was the end. And then they switched to the H3H3 podcast, and it sucked. It was basically like him talking to random other YouTubers, and it was like a cringe fest because they were all trying to fucking out edgy each other. And so like the second iteration after fucking Bill Burr killed him live and sent him to fucking therapy. The second iteration was like he has to bring all these cast members and shit on, so they have like 50 fucking cameras going every which way, so that basically no matter what, something's happening, and it kind of just keeps you listening. It's bad content, dog shit content, but it's modeled after stuff like the the old Howard Stern radio hour and shit. So it's like, we have a bunch of fucking idiots here to fill space. Howard's always at now tell me you got a breast enhancement. Yeah, I got a breast enhancement. Now normally a breast enhancement. Double D's pretty big. Can I get? Yeah, a double D. Think Artie, how do you feel about double D's? How do you feel about double D's? I fucking like them. Let's do late season Artie Lang. I like them a lot. I like some double D's. No, he likes double D's. He says he likes them. He likes the double D's. Do you like Gary back there? Do we got Gary on the tapes? Gary, are you awake? Are you even at work today, Gary? Yeah, you like double D's, Gary? I like double D's. Gary likes double D's. Most guys like double D's. What did you go for? Yeah, it says that you went for H cups. Is that even real? Is it H cup? I went for H cups. I got H cup implants. Oh my God, that's crazy. Can we get these? Will you show them to us? Can you bust those out in the studio? worst content ever. But like Howard Stern fans follow that fucking show like crazy, and they don't even give a fuck about Howard. Howard Stern's almost always the least enjoyable person there, but he's rich and he owns the show and controls who is and isn't on it. And then all the side characters are who's most important, right? And so they're always talking about like, the best part of the dude when Artie Lang was on there before his nose got turned into a fucking flattened fucking traffic code. Dude, he was one of the best it's ever been. Yeah, we remember when old fucking nerd Stanley was standing up for fucking Anna Nicole Smith. It's like, you leave her alone. She's a lady. She's a fucking lady. Don't talk to a lady like that. Get him out of here. Get him out. Can we get him out of here? Can we get him out of here? Over and over again. And that's what the H3H3 podcast basically is, right? It is the awful dog shit quality of it is kind of the appeal. because it's for reprobates. It's reprobate content, right? It's loser shit. But it's the fucking, you know, Ethan Klein twitching ass fucking PT Barnum, and that's his Bailey. Like that's his one ring circus. It fucking sucks. From the outside, you're like, this is dog shit. But like the people that like it. You can't get away from it. They probably got fucking, I've never even looked, but I guarantee you they have a wiki that's the size of a fucking elephant's trunk. Thank you for the $2 euros. Been listening while doing chores. Great stream. Thank you very much, Isaac James. Did I miss that $10 Canadian super chat? I'm sorry. What if I like cats more? Oh, okay, I did see that. Thank you though for the 10 Canadian. Yeah, the vape stuff was so dumb. Learned about it from Payday too. Yeah. Okay, folks. Thank you for showing up to the stream, Cursing Jam. It's fucking over. Folks, thank you for a good stream. Please share, like the Flesh Simulator video. I feel like this one might actually get some legs on it. Who knows? Maybe it will, maybe it won't. I hope it does. Share the video. Share. Go ahead, clip chunks of it. Clip little bits of fucking Tommy's on drugs. You can send it to Flesh Simulator. Ask him what he thinks about it. But make sure it gets around there. People need to know if they're going to be supporting him on other platforms, what kind of horse shit he's up to. So go ahead, chuck it around, share it, ship it, send it. And I hope I see you guys all again soon. I might be probably streaming tomorrow, and then I'm going to be starting to work. I've got to get my fucking episode out. I've got to edit an episode, and then I'm going to be starting work on the Hutch video for sometime in the next couple weeks. So that's like half written and almost completely researched, but now I'm off of it because it's out of my mind. It's been like a week. So with all that said, folks, you've been watching Westside Tyler Live. I have been, despite all odds, Westside Tyler Bell. You guys have been great. I loved having you. Hope to see you again soon. Like, subscribe, patreon.com/westsidefairytales or WSF Productions LLC on Patreon to support me and get early access to stuff. If you want that song, it's going to be on Patreon way before it is anywhere else, and that'll be on Monday. And until next time, as always, stay safe out there.